Sports Network.
Oklahoma Sports Network. This is Tracy Mussett and Gordy Jones. We are at Carl Albert High School for Class 5A District 2 basketball action. Football season's ended, but basketball season's already going, man.
It's still going. It's still going. We already up to it, Tracy, and I'm ready. I mean, kick off of the basketball season. They're already been in, a few weeks into it. So I said it's our first game together, so I'm excited.
All right, we've got Blake Unruh as our producer today. John Adams manning the camera today. Appreciate these two guys. They will keep us straight. Already been a big help. Our starting lineups being introduced. We are at Carl Albert High School. It is the Lawton Wolverines versus the Carl Albert Titans.
Yes, sir.
Girls game first, and our starting lineups, as I said, being introduced. Starting lineups for, they've already introduced Lawton, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
Starting lineups for the Lawton Lady Wolverines is a freshman, 5'6" freshman, Lily Roth, a 5'9" freshman, Rayan Elzy, a 5'8" freshman, Kaylin Goins, a 5'8" sophomore, Kamaya Davis, and a 6'1" junior, Mila Walker. They are young.
Yes.
Wow.
Extremely young.
Starting lineup for the Carl Albert Lady Titans is a 5'6" sophomore, and that is actually incorrect. I did not update that. My bad. Our starting lineup for the Carl Albert Lady Titans is a 5'1" junior Hayden Harrell, a 5'5" junior Malia Hatchett, a 5'6" senior Jakari Brown, 5'11" senior Audrey Plunkett, and a 5'7" junior Kinley Sutton. We are underway, and we have a whistle blown immediately as a foul is called. That foul is going against number 0.
That's Kenya Davis on that one. Let's see.
Malia Hatchett shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Toonie Buys Homes in any condition. If you're someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, call today for a cash offer, 405-931-3046. We got just a little bit of a late start here, so we actually missed our tip-off sponsor. It was Del City Chamber of Commerce. The Del City Chamber of Commerce, trusted resource for advocacy, education, and engagement to help you improve your business.
Ooh, first shot up.
We'll lose our video again.
Ooh, nice putback by Audrey Plunkett.
All right.
Known force rebounder for Carl Albert, like I said, definitely a force last year to be reckoned with down in the middle, of course, holding those boards down. But, again, this year able to do the same work.
Got a timeout call by Coach Reggie Smith, the Lady Wolverines. We're going to go ahead and try to play catch-up here real quick. So our starting lineups were sponsored by Precision Nutrition. We go ahead and throw their logo up there real quick, Blake. Precision Nutrition. All your nutrition needs in one shake or tea. Come to Precision Nutrition at 4603 Southeast 29th Street, 105, Suite 105 in Del City. You can order over the phone. Call them at 405-672-0999. Precision Nutrition sponsoring starting lineups this year, and we'll do a better job with getting them on during the next game. Again, that tip-off sponsored by the Del City Chamber of Commerce. We've already had free throws brought to you by Toonie Buys Houses. And our first quarter sponsored by Scrambled. We start this game the way you should start your day. For breakfast or brunch, try their chicken and pancakes, deep fried French toast, 1742 Northeast 23rd Street, Suite A, Oklahoma City, 405-900-5972. Got a missed shot by Lawton on the other end of the court, and ball's tipped out of bounds. It will stay with the Lady Wolverines, baseline inbound play.
Nice little drive on that one by Goins, trying to get that ball deep into the paint. Trying to see if she can get something working.
Walker working hard, using her size inside, just backs down Kinley Sutton.
Nice little putback by Elzy on that one.
Audrey Plunkett in the paint, gets the ball stripped away as she's going up for the shot. He goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Carl Albert.
Nice little quick offense I'm seeing here, Tracy. It's cool to see Carl Albert, like I said, really trying to get to the paint, using what they can to try to get in as close as they can to the basket. Nice rebound, boxed out by Malia Hatchett on that one.
Sutton misses the three from the right wing. And Plunkett puts that one, just lays it up on the back iron for a second. It falls in.
Good shot again. Once again, Plunkett hitting those boards just super hard. I said just a force down there.
Full court man pressure by Carl Albert. Jakari Brown doing a great job defending. Lawton gets the ball up the court, right inside, kicks it out. Baseline shot. In and out, and a foul on Walker.
Just one quick, probably an unwanted foul, just trying to go for that rebound. Like I said, Malia Hatchett able to kind of come down with that and get the foul. But like I said, Malia Walker got to be careful on that one. Don't want to get into foul trouble too early.
Bringing the ball up the court for the Lady Titans is Harrell. Skip pass across the court. Sutton for three. Front of the rim, no good. A rebound by Roth. Roth's got some pretty decent handles.
I was going to say the same thing, Tracy. Nice handle by Ross on that one. Nice little floater up. Plunkett able to come down with the rebound once again.
Kicks it to Brown, streaking down the court. Back to Sutton. Sutton for three. In and out.
Ooh, that's two that she's had, just in and out. I'm sure she'll get that next one. Nice little shot, though. I like that. Nice little unpartial defense by Harrell.
Now Davis doing a good job going against Harrell, getting the ball out of the court, but there's a takeaway by Carl Albert. Brown gives the Plunkett over her head. Brown and Plunkett out top. Plunkett for three. Ooh. Boom! There's the Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Nice shot by Plunkett. She can work it on the inside. She can work it on the outside. She's, like I said, just an all-around player. Not only is she hitting the boards, but like I said, just a nice stroke.
Bobby Lewis Insurance, surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw at 281-6700 and Del City at 405-670-3665.
Again, another nice drive by Kaylin Goins on that one. Just nobody really stopping her from getting in that paint.
Not much of a bench by Lawton, a very young starting lineup, but definitely. They are holding their own right now, and this is a team with some promise for the future,
right?
And might get it done here in the present as well.
Right. They've had a lot of battles this year already, Tracy. Like you said, had a tournament last weekend, faced some really good opponents. Like I said, just kind of sharpening up, at the beginning of the season.
With a record of 3-3 on the season, they won the consolation in that Duncan Southern Oklahoma Invitational. And Jakari Brown draining the Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Nice shot by Brown. Jakari Brown with a lot of experience, the senior leader here at Carl Albert. Like I said, a point guard, able to hold it down, for a number amount of years. But like I said, just one of the players that they pretty much depend on heavily for the scoring.
A trap set just across half court by the Titans. They knock the ball away, then goes out of bounds. Ball stays with Lawton. Pass into the backcourt.
Carl Albert, a really known defender. Like I said, really good defense, slash and offense, but like I said, a lot of quick guards to kind of keep that ball up court.
Contact Goins on the floor, gets up slowly.
Ooh, nice defense again by Plunkett.
Elsie may have gotten into a little bit of trouble there. It results in a turnover, Carl Albert basketball.
Putting a lot of pressure on Roth, forcing her to be the handler, trying to force her to go a little bit to her left. Like I said, primary ball handler for the Wolverines. Just trying to see if they can get that ball out of her hands.
Harrell handling the ball, goes to the left. Plunkett in the corner for three. Boom! To Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Once again, Audrey Plunkett just showing off today. 2 3-pointers for the day.
She's got the height to get inside and use that advantage on the boards and gets a lot of second chance points, and she can shoot outside as well.
Nice on-ball defense again by the Titans.
Davis takes the double team, kicks the ball out to Goins. Davis defended by Jakari Brown, trying to drive on her. Brown not giving up anything. Now Davis from the free throw line, off the left side of the rim, Sutton with the rebound.
Nice little drive by Davis, just unable to get that jump shot off, but once again, good defense and gets the rebound by Carl Albert.
Sutton for three, back rim, and fighting for the board. Finally, the ball rolls out and is picked up by Brown. Plunkett under the basket, not open by the time she caught the ball. There's a three back iron, Ball tipped up. Sutton gets the rebound for Carl Albert.
Great ball movement once again, and good rebound again by Sutton.
Brown for three. Again, back iron. Battle for rebound once again. Carl Albert winning the battle on the boards right now.
No doubt. They're tough, scrappy team. Of course, we know how much quickness these guys have, but like I said before, like they are ferocious on the boards. And Coach Ritchie, it's just his style of play, making sure to keep these girls tough and ready. Carl Albert makes a few subs and a few freshmen. I know about Zoe Johnson for sure. Of course, Annabelle Crawford as well.
Chloe Manriquez on the court for Lawton now, and Mila Walker checks back in.
No doubt, no doubt. See if they can try to get this ball up court. Just having a little bit of trouble getting this past half court line. Just so much on pressure defense by Carl Albert. Just vicious today.
Jakari Brown's footwork keeping her in front of the ball carrier.
Doing a really good job, like you say, just facing up. Woo,
Harold just cut right in front of Chloe Manriquez and got their feet tangled up. Harold fell to the court, and the foul was called on Manriquez.
Ooh, that's just an unfortunate call on that one. Nice handle by Harold.
Board by Walker, kicks the ball out, and
might be called out of ball.
Past the hands of Davis.
Looks like Davis thought she had it.
Go into the Lawton bench. Front court inbound play coming from Carl Albert. Swinging the ball around the perimeter. Working the high post for Carl Albert is Annabelle Crawford now, the freshman. And Jakari Brown with another Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Good shot by Brown. Got a few shots up, the first one to make tonight. But you'll see a lot from Brown tonight for sure. One of the primary scorers for the Titans.
4 threes for Carl Albert this first quarter.
Already.
Lily Roth trying to drive in on Harrell. Gets off balance, puts up a shot. It's no good. Harrell gets the rebound, kicks it out to Plunkett. She's all alone going down the court. Left-handed layup is good.
Good shot by Plunkett. Like I said, it's Carl Albert's defense, like I said, just blanketing the Wolverines, just really making it hard for them just to even get the ball up court. Great defense again by Harrell. Ooh.
And it is a steal by Plunkett. Goes up, fouled by Manriquez. Manriquez picks up her second foul. That one, she's just out of position, and she'd been better off just letting Plunkett shoot the layup.
No doubt. Just go ahead and let them have that one, Tracy. That'll give Manriquez her second foul for the evening. And like you say, you really don't want to get into foul trouble this early. But like I said, great steal again by Plunkett. Like I said, these girls on defense today have, just, like I said, been causing a lot of havoc for the Wolverines.
Shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws is Audrey Plunkett. Remind you that you can contact Toonie Buys Houses at 405-931-3046. If you need to sell a home for any reason, call today for a cash offer. Lawton only has 2 girls suited up on the bench. Only one of those has played thus far, so they do not need anyone getting into needless foul trouble.
Oh, you're exactly right, Tracy. It's going to be a long ball game. We're just now in the end of the first quarter here, but like I said, try to conserve as much energy for that team, and that's a good shot.
Elsie just inside the free throw line, battling against the defender, and then just pulls up for a little set shot in there.
Elsie, she's been able to get to that paint just a little bit. That first time getting that jump shot off, but like I said, nonetheless, good drive.
Campbell from the baseline, shot no good. That's Vanessa Campbell in the ball game for Carl Albert. Rebound Lawton, and we've got 1 quarter down in this one with the Carl Albert Lady Titans leading 18-6 here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the Works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussick, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School, where the Carl Albert Lady Titans are leading the Lawton Lady Wolverines 18-6 after 1 quarter of play. We're beginning our second quarter. This quarter sponsored by Bell Bonds by Tamara. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bell Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110. 15-plus years of serving the community. Bell Bonds by Tamara.
Nice.
Lawton to inbound the ball to begin the second quarter. Again, trailing by 12 against the Lady Titans.
Again, just nice, quick feed by Harrell on this one, just making it really hard on these point guards up top.
Driving in and putting up the layup over the front of the rim, Lily Roth. She is the shortest player on the court, but that's not true when Hayden Harrell's out there, which she is.
But like I said, just nice handle again by Roth on that one. Like I said, just able to use those dribbling skills to get to the paint.
Hayden Harrell was the Carl Albert player that I missed in the starting lineup earlier.
Oh.
Want to apologize for that. Hayden Harrell is a 5'1" junior guard for the Carl Albert Lady Titans. Mila Walker battling in there. And finally, a foul called on Brinley Crawford, another freshman with some height in there for Carl Albert.
Oh, yeah.
5'11" freshman. Along with that, Annabelle Crawford, who I can only assume they are twins.
They are, by the looks of it, for sure.
A 5'10" freshman.
Like I said, both forces down low, of course, in the post. Able to create a lot of rebounding for Carl Albert, but unfortunately picked up that foul on that one. Once again, nice defense by Malia Hatchett. Ooh, good steal by Harrell.
Rayanne Elsey was bringing that ball down the court and just couldn't get it into position for the Lady Wolverines. Ball's tipped out of bounds on the rebound, and it's Carl Albert ball on the baseline.
Carl Albert just so quick on defense, just like I said, just causing a lot of havoc and making it really hard on the offense for Lawton. I said just unable to get that ball past that half-court line. They're using those traps to, like I said, see if they can try to trap him in that mid.
Ball kicked by Kamaya Davis, so it'll stay with Carl Albert. That's one of those where she kicked at the ball, but Carl Albert got the loose ball anyway, so you kind of wonder, why don't you just land? Boom! There's another Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Nice little bury by the freshman, Zoe Johnson.
Bobby Lewis Insurance, located in Del City and Choctaw. You can call them at Del City at 405-670-3665. Surprisingly great rates. Great defense here by Zoe Johnson. And she just all over Lily Roth.
Oh, definitely. Ooh, nice.
Nice little jumper from the elbow put up by Kamaya Davis, and she drains that one. 21-10 is the score now.
Kamaya Davis. Said Lawton's doing a really good job, like I said, using these dribble skills to get to the paint, using these screens, of course, getting off these jump shots right at the free throw line. Good shot by Crawford. Nice little box out.
Brinley Crawford battling under the basket. That's about her fourth shot on this possession. Finally gets one to go.
Nice little box out and rebound by Crawford. Like I said, just a battle down there, down low, of course, going at it with Walker.
Lawton's going to throw the ball away, and it'll go back to Carl Albert.
Again, the suffocating defense by Johnson. Like I said, it's nice to see a freshman coming off with so much energy.
Inbound play coming from Zoe Johnson. Pulling up from the right elbow, shot no good. That was number 10, Malia Hatchett.
First shot by Hatchett this evening.
Roth battling against the defense of Zoe Johnson again, and Johnson causes the turnover.
Just making it hard. Coming off the bench, Tracy. I mean, just like I said, so much energy. Both her and Hatchet, like I said, such great feet work by these young ladies. But like I said, Zoe Johnson just really making it hard on Roth to even bring the ball down the court.
There are some one-on-one, man-to-man defenders out here for Carl Albert right now that are really impressive.
No doubt.
Crawford battling down low. Kicks the ball back out. Johnson for three. Ooh. Boom! It's a Bobby Lewis Insurance three by Zoe Johnson.
She's on fire right now. 2 in a row.
Now loose ball picked up by Johnson as she gets the layup.
Just quick.
That steal or that turnover caused by Malia Hatchett.
Man, I said these girls are just really good on defense. Like I said before, the on-ball defense, they like to pick them up at half court, and like I said, just apply that pressure, just making it just hard on Lawton to even get the ball up court.
Roth gets the ball in the front court, shoots too high off the basket. Jerking the ball away is Annabelle Crawford. Jakari Brown pushing it up the court, goes around defender, underhand scoop. It was really not a good shot.
Just a little bit of a force on that one.
Annabelle Crawford off the front of the rim, and the ball comes out, chased down by Brindley. Annabelle again, off the glass for two.
Nice shot by Crawford. Again, Carl Albert is just killing them on the boards, Tracy. Lawton is just unable to get any of these rebounds, especially on the offensive end for Carl Albert. Just like I said, so many offensive rebounds. Crazy. Said doing a really good job of creating this gap now that we have it 30-10.
Coach Reggie Smith calling the timeout for the Lawton Lady Wolverines. As you said, 30-10 the score. We're at the halfway mark of the second quarter. Carl Albert Lady Titans getting it done on the offensive boards over and over again right now, and shooting well from outside.
Doing really well, like you said, applying that pressure. And, of course, we already know good defense leads to good offense, of course, Tracy. So, like I said, Carl Albert able to put, a lot of pressure on this half-court defense. Like I said before, Roth trying to use all of our ball handling skills to try to get this ball, up the court and spread that ball around. But even when they are getting off shots, just not able to get any, to fall down. But Carl Albert, as I said, doing a really good job on offense and defense on the boards.
I'm trying to figure out what Lawton can. Lawton has come up. These girls for Lawton making some good shots.
Definitely.
But they're having to really fight, and they're doing it with a defender right in their face. So the shots they're making are contested shots. How do they get some space down here on the offensive end to get some open shots against these dogged defenders?
Definitely. And I bet you that's what Coach Smith, in that huddle, really try to see if they could come up with creating some more spacing. Like you said, if they could try to use some of the, their bigs down low to try to get that ball down and see if they can get more layups, because it seemed like that's where they had the most successes in the paint.
Goins, shot blocked by Plunkett, who comes up with the ball as well. Again. Johnson on the left wing.
Plunkett, like I said, just a force on defense.
And another three by Plunkett. Boom! It's the Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
That's the third three-pointer of the night for Plunkett. Like I said, not only is she a force down low, she's a force on the arc as well.
Pushing the ball up the court. Roth, defended by Zoe Johnson, will backpedal. Johnson all over her.
Just a pest.
Goins, blocked
nice
from
clean.
behind. Mila Walker comes up with the ball and puts it off the glass for two.
Great rebound by Walker after that block. Like I said before, Plunkett, like I said, just doing a really good job on her defender. But that's what it's going to take. Law Mack getting these rebounds and trying to get that ball up. Like I said, creating as many easy shots as possible.
Three off the front of the rim, no good by Johnson. Plunkett chases down the rebound out of bounds, tipped away by Davis. And then Plunkett comes up with the ball again and gets fouled going up for the shot.
A little bit of hot potato on that rebound there. Plunkett able to come away with it and draw the foul. Not sure who that's on. Let's see.
I did not understand what he said.
No.
Trying to watch up on the board, but they're not putting the player foul information up there. So we got the Toonie Buys Houses free throws coming here for Audrey Plunkett. I'll remind you, the Toonie Buys Houses in any condition. Call for a cash offer today, 405-931-3046. 35-12 the score after the free throws.
Looks like Coach Ritchie brought Sutton back in.
Davis defended by Plunkett. No space even near half court for the Lady Wolverines right now.
Nice.
Goins kicks it out to Roth, who will take the three. It's short. Walker just reaches up and grabs the loose ball that Carl Albert was staring at, waiting for it to go out of bounds.
Right. It was, like I said, nice ball rotation by the Wolverines on this one.
Goins driving. Ball taken away by Annabelle Crawford.
Good defense. Great defense by Crawford on that one.
She gets the block and just strips the ball loose.
Oh, definitely.
Goins almost returned the favor.
Right. Goins doing a really good job of getting to the basket. Like I said, Crawford twins are just so nice shot.
From the right elbow, Annabelle Crawford.
Crawford twins, like I said, just lighting it up right now.
You know, I don't use the term J very often in reference to girls basketball because they don't often jump. But I think Annabelle actually jumped off the court a little bit.
That was a J.
Yeah.
Nice stroke on that one.
So often it's a set shot for ladies. Shot is short by Lawton. I believe that was Davis that put that one up. Plunkett gets the rebound, and Harrell gets the ball up the court. Annabelle Crawford, right elbow again.
Think about it.
No shot's no good, and Mila Walker gets the rebound. Crawford goes over her back for the foul.
Going to have to leave those ones alone. See, said Crawford, they're going to definitely need her in the game. Mila Walker said just getting a little bit chippy in there. I said getting a little frustrated on those boards. I think the Carl Albert Titans are making it a little bit difficult for her down low.
Minute 23 left in this Bell Bonds by Tamara second quarter. Davis pushing the ball up the court. Malia Hatchett on defense.
Again, good defense by Hatchett.
Lawton not real comfortable with trying to pick up the dribble and passing the ball off. They're just doing a lot of dribbling right now.
That's it. I was thinking just doing a really good job getting into the paint, but like you said, Tracy, just a little bit hesitant to get a shot off.
Goins puts that one up. It's short, and the ball goes out of bounds. Carl Albert basketball.
Just seems like they just need to settle down, just a little unsure of themselves on the offensive end. Just got to trust themselves on their shots. Said they're doing a good job.
They seem to be confident in their ball handling skills, but not in their dribbling skills, not confident in picking that dribble up and making a pass.
Exactly. Just so timid almost.
Turnover by Carl Albert. Lawton pushing the ball the other way. Goins, Harrell on defense. Gets Roth in the corner. Roth in the paint. Floater, good.
Nice Roth to get that one to fall. Nice little teardrop on that one, able to get to the paint. Like I said, she's done a really good job of getting inside tonight. Just like I said, just not able to get those down, but said really nice drive on that one.
The shots they're making are not easy shots.
No, definitely. Carl Albert is making it difficult to them. So I said, using those angles, of course.
Annabelle Crawford from the left elbow. Shot. She gets a shooter's bounce. It's the back iron, goes straight up in the air and falls through the hole. We're at halftime here with the Carl Albert Lady Titans leading 37-14 over the Lawton Lady Wolverines in this Class 5A District 2 matchup. And I just want to cover those records real quick in district. Carl Albert with a record of 3-2 on the season. They are 2-0 in district.
Yes, sir.
The Lawton Lady Wolverines 3-3 on the season with a record of 1-1 in district. Carl Albert has already played in district play, has played Southeast and Guyman. And for the Lawton Lady Wolverines, their district games have come against El Reno and Guthrie. They got the win over Guthrie pretty convincingly and lost a 13-point game to El Reno.
Nice.
So it is 37-14 here at halftime. Carl Albert High School, Lawton Lady Wolverines trailing the Carl Albert Lady Titans on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, Cole Kent.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussick, Gordy Jones, back at Carl Albert High School. Our producer today, Blake Unruh. Camera operator is John Adams. And we are bringing you Carl Albert Lady Titans versus the Lawton Lady Wolverines. We're at halftime. The score 39. I had it wrong earlier. 39-14. That bucket we're at half. We did not have it on the scoreboard yet.
Right.
39-14 Carl Albert over Lawton. Carl Albert has won the rebounding battle, and they've shot it very well from beyond the arc.
Yes, extremely well. Extremely great defense, of course, like we said before, using this half-court defense to stop Lawton stop Lawton High School right in their tracks. The Wolverines just unable to get it past the half-court line a lot of times, but sometimes capitalizing on some of the score opportunities. But Carl Albert, like I said, has been able to capitalize on all of these rebounds, able to kind of create this gap with this 39-14 lead.
And our third quarter brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance, a local family-owned agency since 1978. Scan the QR code on the screen or give them a call at 405-733-7671 for a free quote.
Lawton nice at least using the motion offense to try to see if they could create some ball movement and space this defense out just a little bit.
Well, Lily Roth battling with the length of Audrey Plunkett on top of her. She finds I started to say Kamaya Davis. That was not Kamaya Davis. That was Rayan Elzy down low. And the freshman puts it in on the baseline for two.
Nice little floater on that one by Elzy. I said just nice cut and able to find, by Roth, of course. These guys said doing a really good job now. Said trying to utilize that motion to try to create some space and get this defense spread apart. Ooh, great shot by Harrell.
Another Bobby Lewis Insurance three by that one, Hayden Harrell.
Nice shot.
Baseline inbound play coming from Lawton as I guess the ball went loose there, so it was a little break before the inbound. This is the third quarter. 42-16 the score now. We mentioned two losses for this Carl Albert team, and even though they have won all of their district games, they lost a couple. They played in the Tournament of Champions in Arkansas last week. And they defeated Southside from Fort Smith 68-20. Then they come up short 49-41 against North Little Rock. In the third place game, they came up short 52-38 to Argyle, Texas. So that's a kind of an Arklatex Tournament of Champions takes place there.
Exactly. Talking to Coach Ritchie before the game, like I said, it was able to go down, to Arkansas, and like I said, see some pretty good competition. First game the girls came out, like I said, able to kind of compete and do a really good job against an Arkansas, a really tough Arkansas team. But like you said, even in the latter rounds, like I said, not able to get a win, but able to face some really good competition and kind of learn a lot on that trip. And like I said, Coach Ritchie, like I said, such a competitive ball team. They had some fire on that one. And, of course, like I said, they learned a lot on that trip about themselves, able to kind of come here and put on this great display of defense.
Carl Albert went 1 for 1 at the charity stripe. Those free throws brought to you by Tooney Buys Houses. Remind you to call Tooney Buys Houses at 405-931-3046. Baseline shot put up by Elzy, no good. Rebound Carl Albert. Jakari Brown for three. Boom! It's into the Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Great shot by Brown. Nice set shot. Of course, one of the leading scorers for Carl Albert. I said just a workhorse on offense and defense.
It is hard to beat a team when they're shooting this well outside.
No doubt.
And Lawton's going to have to find a way to get a hand in their face and never give up an open shot at this point.
Right.
Turnover by the Lady Wolverines as it was Davis just stepping on the sideline over there with a little defensive pressure on her.
Definitely. Jakari Brown, like I said, just so ferocious. Just like I said, just such a blanket on the defensive end, able to force that out.
Harrell, top of the key, three, in and out. Roth gets the rebound, probably got away with the travel as soon as she took off dribbling, turns the ball over. Plunkett's going to the hole, and she just sidesteps Mila Walker and puts it off the glass for two from the left side.
Just too easy for Plunkett on that one. Of course, another display of on-ball defense by Brown, and, of course, by Sutton, like I said, lending a hand on getting that steal. Plunkett able to just get an easy release for the left-hand layup.
Davis struggling with the defense of Jakari Brown once again out near half court. Brown staying with her. Boy, that had to be close to a 5-second call.
Nice pick by Plunkett.
Plunkett just picking pockets. Right hand layup this time, and that was good for two.
Just too easy, Tracy. I mean, like I said, Coach Ritchie's ball team, like I said, of course, we know Coach Ritchie is so competitive, but these girls, such slashers and such quickness. On-ball defense is just, like I said before, just a great display without fouling and getting themselves into foul trouble, to say the least.
Is it, even with as dominant as the scoreboard shows this game has been, Walker putting one up in the paint and gets fouled, this does not feel like a 50-16 game to me. It feels like Lawton's competing, and the scoreboard would say otherwise, but on the court, they are competing.
Exactly. The difference in the game, of course, like you said, Lawton is able to get it to the hole and able to get some good shots up, just not getting any of those shots to land. But Carl Albert has taken advantage of their scoring opportunities with the rebounding in the middle. And, of course, like I said, these three-pointers, they add up, and Carl Albert has hit a lot of three-pointers this evening. So, like I said, be able to kind of create this 50-16 gap that we see.
Toonie Bicehouse's free throws being shot by Milo Walker. She misses the first, off the glass hard on the second one, gets her own rebound.
Nice rebound by Walker.
And another foul. This one is going against Brinley Crawford. On the court now for Carl Albert is Isis Haynes, Vanessa Campbell, Brinley Crawford, Zoe Johnson, and Annabelle Crawford.
Oh, I said we got 4 freshmen in the game right now and a sophomore.
Not to mention all the freshmen on the court for Lawton.
Right. Got a lot of youth. The future is bright, though, for both of these teams.
Turnover, and it's Carl Albert basketball in the backcourt. 2 fouls on Lawton, 1 on Carl Albert. Swinging the ball around the perimeter. Inside, now down low, Annabelle Crawford. I thought that she was going to back her defender down and go to the hole with it. Didn't. This time she kicks it across the court. Carl Albert moving the ball very well right now.
No doubt.
Zoe Johnson drawing the foul and putting the shot off the glass for 2.
Like I said, nice ball movement by Carl Albert. Like you say, being patient with the ball, making sure that they get off the right shot. Finally finding Zoe Johnson able to drive it to the hole for the and 1.
Toonie Bicehouse's free throw coming up for Zoe Johnson.
Nice. Able to nail that one. I said, great job by these freshmen, young ladies today. Carl Albert, like I said.
53-16, the score.
Just look at Johnson, just ready at half court, just ready to pick up the ball handler, just causing havoc. And there she goes again.
And that time, the ball comes loose, and Johnson doesn't even touch the ball. It's just that constant pressure.
Lily Roth is a really good ball handler. Like I said, just unable to get left or right around the quickness of Zoe Johnson.
Coach Smith has got his hands full today of encouraging these girls, because I feel like they're doing a lot of good things. And, trailing right now by 37 points, It'd be easy to get to head down, but they're continuing to battle.
Definitely. Got to keep in it. Like I said before, good job and good rebound again by Walker. But like you said, Tracy, Coach Smith is doing a really good job of keeping these young ladies engaged in this game, because like you said before, they are a little bit short-handed today, like I said, with only a few people coming off the bench, but they are doing a really good job of staying competitive in this game, especially on Carl Albert's home court.
Milo Walker shooting the Toonie Bicehouse's free throws. Once again, Toonie Bicehouse's in any condition. If you or someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, call today for a cash offer at 405-931-3046. Walker needs to work on free throws. That's one thing I'll say. They're not close. They're kind of flat and hard.
Definitely. Just a little practice on that one, and those are ones that definitely can come in handy. You said if you can land some of these free throws that have been missed this evening, that'll close some of that gap just a little bit.
2:45 left to play in this Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance third quarter.
Again, nice ball movement again.
Johnson, 3, in and out. Gets her own rebound.
Johnson just so quick, like I said, able to get their own rebound.
Annabelle Crawford,
nice.
Good for 2. Nice look inside by Johnson. Crawford made a nice move, pivoting around her defender.
Definitely, like you said, that's when we see, able to back that defender down, make a good little turn into the basket, getting off a really easy layup. But like I say, just great feet work by Crawford on that one.
That is not Goins. That is Manriquez. She makes a nice little dribble all the way around the paint. Comes from the low block, puts it in for 2.
Nice little shot by Enriquez on that one.
Swinging the ball around the perimeter for 3. Haynes can't put that one in. Annabelle Crawford, left elbow. She likes to shoot from the elbows.
Oh, yeah. See, Carl Albert has a lot of shooters. Ooh, nice shot by
Zoe Johnson, right elbow.
Again, Johnson, like I said, again, just a force to be reckoned with on the offensive end. Not only is she a great defender, but a great shooter as well. But like you said, good jump shots by the Titans tonight. I'm sure you can see that they have a lot of team chemistry, to say the least. But you can tell, like I said, they've got a lot of practice in.
Goins to the hole, draws the foul. That will be on Isis Haynes. Goins will be getting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. 57-18 with 1:15 left to play in the third quarter. Back iron, shot no good by Goins.
Lawton, the Wolverines just unable to land some of those free throws tonight. I said, again, wants to get back to the gym. That's just something that they could work on to try to help them out in the future. Those are shots that are definitely needed.
They've had a decent share of them here in the third quarter as well.
Sure. Able to get some good drives in, like you say, creating a lot of foul opportunities. Just got to land those, Tracy.
That second shot by Goins looked really nice. Nice form.
Right.
The ball goes through the hole, through the net. 57-19 now. Haynes looking inside. Johnson
nice
to Kinley Sutton off the glass for 2.
Great bounce pass by Zoe Johnson. Great find and great layup by Sutton on that one. Again, Carl Albert doing a really good job of moving that ball around.
Shot by Davis, no good. Annabelle Crawford with the rebound. It was nice to see Sutton use the glass down low as well.
No doubt. Nice little drive by Isis Haynes.
Talk about using glass. She goes high off the glass, drops it in the hole.
I like it, Tracy. The backboard is your best friend.
Absolutely, man. My coaches back in the day, you know, I'm talking about back in the day.
Same here, Tracy.
It was all about using the glass, man, drill after drill. And you see so many players today that they just want nothing but net.
I was going to say, you see that a lot in men's and boys basketball. Like you say, they like the finger roll, they like it pretty, like the floaters. But for some reason, doesn't like to use that backboard. But
style points do not count as much as real points.
Not at all. Not at all.
61-19 the score after 3 quarters of play. The Carl Albert Lady Titans leading the Lawton Lady Wolverines right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones, Blake Unruh producing, and John Adams on the camera here at Carl Albert High School today. 61-19, the Carl Albert Lady Titans leading the Lawton Lady Wolverines. Carl Albert turns it over to begin this fourth period.
Not a lot of turnovers by Carl Albert today, but the first, not the first one of the evening. But like I said, just a turnover by Zoe Johnson. Nice little
missed shot by Lawton. Ball saved, and it goes into the hands of Carl Albert. Now Carl Albert working for points. Our fourth quarter brought to you by Titan Storage.
I like it.
Nice move by Zoe Johnson, right?
I like it.
Titan Secure Storage is proud to be tonight's quarter sponsor. As a veteran and operator-owned business in East Oklahoma City, it's our honor and responsibility to serve our community with care and lots of discount options. At Titan Secure Storage, your treasures aren't just secure, they're Titan Secure. Visit us at www.titansstorageok.com or call 405-987-8673 for more information. You know, we got a whole quarter left, but it's time for us to start thinking. We've had the bench playing a lot in this game, so we really need to think about a player of the game.
Right.
And we're probably not going to see the starters in much more for Carl Albert at this point.
Probably not. Audrey Plunkett, like I said, making a name. Of course, we see a lot of Plunkett, you know, with Carl Albert women's basketball. But today, Audrey Plunkett able to be a force down low. And, of course, a lot of fast breaks, a lot of steals, a few blocks in there, a few threes. Like I said, probably right now looking like the player of the game besides
Brindley Crawford working hard down low just then. And she finally sidesteps the defender, just barely gets it to roll over the rim.
Both Crawfords.
Yeah, Plunkett doing a great job. The defense of Jakari Brown early was a huge factor in the game as well.
No doubt. Of course, you know, usually Brown, usually the leading scorer for Carl Albert. Of course, you know, the best defender. Of course, the team leader. Her and Plunkett do a really good job, both of these, you know, young ladies throughout the season and last year. I said, being such a force for the Titans.
Creighton Christensen in the ball game for Carl Albert gets called for the foul, and now at the free throw line shooting. Toonie Bieshouse's free throws. Milo Walker, that shot looked completely different from her earlier shots.
Right. Looks like she's a little bit more settled in now. Like I said, taking her time, making sure she can land these free throws.
She's 3 feet behind the free throw line now, too. Instead of having her toes up on the line, she scooted way back and almost shot a little bit of a jump shot on the first shot.
Maybe just a little bit more comfortable. That way, like you say, Tracy, she can kind of get those feet just set, using that stroke.
Hits both of those free throws. Christensen almost throws the ball away. Brindley Crawford inside. Annabelle Crawford.
Oh, nice.
Underhand backside for 2 points by Annabelle Crawford.
With the reverse, Tracy.
You know, Annabelle and Brindley both have a lot of size where they can really use their bodies to back defenders down. But, man, they are athletic and got moves.
Exactly.
Shoot well mid-range shots. They are freshmen, and they have a future at Carl Albert.
Just light on their feet. Just great on-ball presence. Nice drive by Haynes on that one.
Couldn't get the shot to go. Long rebound. Try to save it by Lawton, and it was Vanessa Campbell chasing it down.
Again, nice find by Crawford.
Haynes for three, back iron. Brindley Crawford. Ball just stolen away from her. Milo Walker steps out of bounds. Turns it back over to Carl Albert.
Said just good box out by Crawford on that one, but Walker, like I said, just being a tough force all day in the middle. Been fighting all day for those rebounds. Doing a good job battling both the Crawford twins. Good find.
Annabelle missing the shot off the glass, gets her own rebound, misses that one as well. The score 67-23. 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. We're here in this Titan Storage fourth quarter. Manrique is pivoting around at the elbow, finally gives it to Roth, and Roth is going to go up for the hard shot from the left side. Annabelle with the rebound.
Nice drive by Roth, just unable to land that shot. So a good drive tonight by this young lady.
Annabelle for three, top of the key. Misses it. Brindley gets the rebound. She's in traffic under the basket and somehow gets a shot off without drawing a foul.
Just good. Just, great boxing out. And, of course, the Crawford twins have been doing a great job hitting those boards all evening. But like I said, 3 defenders on it, Tracy, on that one, able to get that shot off. But great job by Crawford.
We've got a timeout called on the court. 69-23, the score with 4:17 left to play in this Titan Storage fourth quarter. We'll take a timeout as well on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett and Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School, where the Carl Albert Lady Titans lead the Lawton Lady Wolverines 69-23. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the Titan Storage fourth quarter. Milo Walker Mila Walker, the 6'1 junior for Lawton, at the free throw line, shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Off the glass with the first one, nothing but net for the second one. Her form is not great. She's 3 feet behind the free throw line, but she's made the last 4 now.
Right, 4 for 4 on those. Just a little unorthodox, like you say, but whatever makes you comfortable. And good job at hitting those last 4.
She's doing better than Shaquille O'Neal did at the free throw line, right?
Right.
Isis Haynes with a nice move and lays it over the front of the rim.
We've seen some good drives by Haynes tonight, able to land that floater. And like I said, just a good drive. Just a force down there. I said another sophomore.
Driving is Mila Walker, little hard. Goins and number 12, Amelia Lowe in the ball game for Carl Albert now. Also in the game is Leisha Curry.
Goins out. Let's see. Curry,
Lawton
nice
playing
find.
the entire game with 6
Nice.
girls, by the way. Nice move by Rayan Elsie.
Good find on the inbound dish right there. Catching Carl Albert defense off guard just a little bit.
Curry in a little trouble out there on the right wing, and Walker just takes the ball away from her.
Walker kind of caught her looking and slipping just a little bit, holding that ball just a little bit too long.
Elsie going right to the hole, gets in trouble, and has the ball stolen away by Campbell. Goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Lawton.
Good job by Campbell on that one, making it a little bit hard in the paint. These girls are scrappy. I like it. Carl Albert, like I said, Carl Albert and Lawton, the Wolverines, both 2 scrappy teams. Good shot.
Nice move by Kamaya Davis. She just pulls up in the paint and puts in the little 8-foot J.
Right, nice little jump shot.
Vanessa Campbell picks up her dribble out top, gets covered up. Haynes running the baseline. Christensen for 3. Back iron, no good.
First shot from number 21 tonight.
Walker gets the rebound. Roth brings the ball to court for Lawton. 2.5 minutes to play in the ball game.
Simmons, good on-ball defense. Stay sick. Good job by Roth.
Roth driving into the paint.
Nice dish.
Finds the cutting player. Walker cannot convert on that bucket.
Just Walker just unable to get some of these layups to land, but doing a really good job in the paint. Great job on defense by Davis.
She just stuffs that one and takes it away. Right to the hole. Almost got an and one. The ball does not fall in. She's going to the line to shoot the Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
Nice little coast-to-coast action by Kimya Davis on that one. I said all night she's been a really good defender, doing all that she can to try to help out the Wolverines tonight.
Davis taking her time at the line. Takes a couple of dribbles, puts a shot up front of the rim. So Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
It's a nice showing tonight, of course, by both teams, but they'll learn a lot today, by facing Carl Albert. This is an out-of-district matchup, so, it's nothing they have to worry about going towards the season. But I said it's a really good matchup to face because they are both 5A opponents, so they may see each other down the line in the playoff picture. But like I said, really good experience learning today for Lawton, the Wolverines. Like I said, to face such competition. They faced a lot of competition here in the last week, especially at that last tournament, Tracy. So this will just be something to add on, as far as learning goes, something to take on into the next game.
Christensen missed a shot. A rebound went out of bounds. Carl Albert got the ball back. Another missed shot by Carl Albert, and Roth is bringing the ball up for Lawton now. Defended by Campbell. Down low to Walker in the paint. Walker got hacked on that play.
Definitely. I think the ref was looking the other way on that one.
Well, with a minute and a half left, you're going to have to probably get hit really hard to draw a foul. In the corner, Haynes driving the baseline. Davis cuts her off. That was one. Davis got fouled and no call, so they're just wanting the clock to run out right here. Curry trying to rebound, steps on the baseline. It goes out. Lawton basketball, and we'll see Haley Perry come in the game, another freshman for Lawton.
Haley Perry, a lot of height on that young lady. See if she can help the Wolverines out on those boards down there.
Roth bringing the ball to the court at the 1 minute mark now. Manriquez in the paint all alone. Just cannot get that one to go, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back. She was so alone, she was able to get her own rebound without having to fight for it.
I was wondering if anybody was going to pick her up when she got into the paint, but that's a good job by Manriquez, able to get down low. She's kind of done that a couple times this evening, but like you said, free pathway to the lane on that one. You don't see that often.
There was no help from the defense when she beat her defender.
I never had a lane that open. I wish.
Elijah Matthews saw how wide open that was. He said, man, I wish I'd had a whole that big run through in football. No, he probably did, actually.
Oh, man. Had a few, and we'll be able to see a little bit of that young man tonight as well. Elijah Matthews, a really good basketball player for the Titans.
Goins with the ball, 25 seconds left to play. Finds Perry under the basket, good for two.
Nice little find and turnaround by Perry. Like I said, first time we get to hear from this freshman tonight.
Christensen just trying to hang on to the ball right now. 9 seconds on the clock, 73-34. That should be the final score. I can't imagine a shot going up. Defense is backing off, and that is the final. The Carl Albert Lady Titans go to 3-0 in district play. The Lawton Lady Wolverines will fall to 1-2 in district play. And it is a 73-34 final. I believe I agree with you. Player of the game has to be Audrey Plunkett.
Nice.
And all that she did early on. Defensively, on the boards, and outside shooting as well.
Right. A little bit of everything, Tracy.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a Whataburger certificate for Audrey Plunkett, our player of the game. The Whataburger on 15th in Midwest City. Celebrate your game day wins this holiday with a sweet blackberry flavor of the new Frosted Berry Water Fresher.
Nice.
From Whataburger.
That sounds good.
You earned it. 5925 Southeast 15th Street, Midwest City. A Whataburger player of the game, Audrey Plunkett.
Definitely.
We're going to get ready for the boys' game now. And thank you for being our audience. We're going to keep this stream live. You do not have to disconnect. We'll hear from sponsors for just a moment, take a break, and we'll be back to get prepped for the boys' game in just a few minutes here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, Cole Cantrell.
Oklahoma Sports Network. This is Tracy Mussett and Gordy Jones. We are back at Carl Albert High School getting ready for the boys' game. The Carl Albert Lady Titans came up with a big win just a few minutes ago, and now it is time for the boys' game. We've got the Carl Albert Titans. They've only played 2 basketball games thus far. They just finished up their football season recently, winning a state championship in football again this year.
Right.
And the Lawton Wolverines, they've got a few games under their belt already.
Right.
I think on our screen we've got Lawton at 4-0 is what we're showing on there. Let's see what we've got. And I click on the right school, it'd really help. No, they may be 3-0 for Lawton, but I've got Lawton with wins over El Reno and Guthrie in district play. They beat El Reno 66-39, Guthrie 67-54, and then they also beat the crosstown rival Lawton MacArthur 49-39. That game was just a few days ago.
Definitely. Able to see these guys. I think it was more Lions that they played against in the Norman tournament in the consolation last round, but like you said, Tracy, off to a good start, staying undefeated at the moment. Both of these teams are undefeated coming in. Carl Albert, like you say, with 2 wins, no losses so far. Both district wins for Carl Albert as well. So, like I said, able to get a good start on this one is against a non-district opponent here at the Lawton Wolverines. But both of these teams really good, really deep. And, of course, like you said before, Trace, I think we're going to see a really good ball game tonight.
Yeah, neither team, I should say, Carl Albert's not really been tested yet. They beat Southeast 83-49, and then they beat Guyman 83-47. Now, that was a non-district game, so they're 1-0 in district play. And then Lawton, as we were saying just a minute ago, they've got a convincing win over El Reno, a 13-point win over Guthrie, and a 10-point win over MacArthur. So they've been pushed a little bit already.
Some really good games.
Lawton coming in, coached by John Reese, assistant coaches Jaron Reese and Xavier Thompson. Carl Albert High School, the boys coached by Jay Price with assistant coaches Cameron Couch, Chaz Davis, and Paxton Kilby. About to have our starting lineups introduced here for this basketball game. Our starting lineup sponsored by Precision Nutrition. Precision Nutrition for all your nutrition needs in one shaker tea. Come to Precision Nutrition at 4603 Southeast 29th Street. Suite 105 in Del City. You can order over the phone or call 405-672-0999. It's 405-672-0999. Precision Nutrition bringing you the starting lineups. Starting lineups for the visiting Lawton Wolverines. A 5'8 senior, TK Taylor. And we've got a change to the starting lineups already. We've got a number 5 out there on the court. I don't have a number 5 on my roster.
I do not either, Tracy. Let's see.
Oh, man.
Some research.
I'm thinking that these players might be. We'll have to figure this one out, but let's see. Here's the starting lineup I have. 5'8 senior Avi Taylor, 5'8 senior TK Taylor, 5'7 junior Darian Cantrell, a 6'4 senior Anthony Patrick, and a 6'7 senior Tavon Washington. 4 seniors and a junior in that starting lineup for Lawton High School. Talked to Coach John Reese before the game. Those are the names he gave me, but we've just got a couple of numbers that are off. We'll have to figure that out as we go. Starting lineup for the Carl Albert Titans. A 6'1 junior, number 1, Delijah Matthews. A 6'5 junior, number 10, Austin Johnson. A 6'2 senior, number 3, Jordan Hawkins. A 6'2 senior, number 21, Brandon Rogers. And a 6'2 senior, number 23, LeBron Royal. Again, our starting line is brought to you by Precision Nutrition. Call them at 405-672-0999.
I think I found number 5, Tracy. Darian Cantrell.
Okay, so instead of number 4, he's number 5.
Try to play a little trick on us.
I think our number 4 then is going to be one of those 2 guards that we have at 0 or 1. So we'll just have to figure it out as we go up the roster. See who steps on the court, right?
Right. We'll get it right eventually.
We got a number 1 and a number 5. Let's assume that 5 is Darian Cantrell and number 2 is Avi Young.
I think number 1 is Young.
You think 1 is Young and 2 is Taylor?
1 is Young and 2 is TK Taylor. Yes, sir.
All right.
We're almost going to
We'll get it straightened out here. Our opening tip is sponsored by the Del City Chamber of Commerce. Del City Chamber of Commerce, we are the trusted resource for advocacy, education, engagement to help you improve your business. Appreciate their sponsorship.
No doubt.
Jordan Hawkins jumping against Tavon Washington. Opening tip goes to Carl Albert.
Nice tip.
Elijah Matthews running point for the Titans. Rogers out top now. We're underway. This should be a great basketball game, folks. So you were talking about this Lawton team. What's the last game you watched them play?
The Booker T. Washington State Championship of the 5A.
State championship game last year.
Right.
This is a talented team.
Very talented team. Almost bringing full roster or returners back. You know, only a couple seniors lost last year. Facing a really good Booker T. Washington team in state. And Booker T. Washington again leading 5A again this year. But Lawton High, as I said, starting off with an undefeated record. Trying to see if they can kind of get back to where they were in last year's form to see if they can make their way back to the state championship this year.
Both teams struggling a little bit on their first offensive possessions. Carl Albert missing a shot on the baseline. And on the other end, it's Lawton turning the ball over.
Just a little out of sorts, huh?
LeBron Royal trying to inbound the ball before the official had actually handed it to him.
Right.
Full court or half court man pressure, I should say, by Lawton. Hawkins trying to back down defender. Austin Johnson giving a little jab step, and Carl Albert backs up and swings the ball around the perimeter.
Nice on-ball defense by the Wolverines. Like to you run out of this usual 2-3 set on the zone, but like I said, doing a really good job of rotating, trying to catch Carl Albert at the perimeter.
Matthews directing traffic. Johnson driving in baseline. Stuff from behind by Johnson.
Nice block.
By Washington, excuse me. And a jump ball called as Washington reaching around LeBron Royal. A little surprised that wasn't a foul.
Just a little bit long. You said a little bit over the back there, but like you say, just a little bit timely. Able to kind of escape with one. Tavon Washington using his length, getting a good block.
Our first quarter brought to you by Scrambled. Thank you to Blake Unruh for making sure we've got our sponsor up there. Scrambled, we start this game the way you should start your day. For breakfast or brunch, try their chicken and pancakes and deep-fried French toast. 1742 Northeast 23rd Street, Suite A, Oklahoma City, 405-900-5972. Scrambled.
Nice. Sounds good. Good block there by Rogers. Good drive by Avi Young on that one, trying to get to the paint, but Rogers just having none of it.
Anthony Patrick inbounds the ball, takes the pass. Driving in off his knees is Darian Cantrell.
Wow, and they like to use these quick guards to try to see if they can kind of create some off-dribble penetration. Not a lot of cutting by these guys, but like I said, they try to utilize their speed to kind of get to the paint.
LeBron Royal going against the big man and does the underhand scoop off the glass for the first points of the ball game.
Nice strong move by LeBron Royal on that one. Tracy and I were talking about this young man before the game started. Such a multi-talented guy, able to use some of that great footwork and force under the basket.
Just recently signed to play football at the next level.
At Emporia University. Looking forward to seeing him there.
Shot put up, back iron, falls through by Avi Young.
Nice drive by Young. Second time he's able to kind of get and work his way inside the paint. Able to cause just a little bit of havoc for Carl Albert in the middle.
Energy level picking up now offensively as we got a lot more harder drives coming in. Elijah Matthews misses the shot in the paint. Royal picking up the rebound. Shot blocked by Washington. That reach by Washington is a force defensively.
Such a lengthy young man, like you said, Tracy. Able to use that body. Just like I said, LeBron's not a little guy. But like I said before, Washington able to use that length to try to say just make it just so disruptive in the middle.
Royal gets a rebound off a missed three. Rogers in the backcourt now, taking his time. Goes on the run, crosses the timeline, kicks at the corner. Hawkins for three. A little long.
Nice dribble drive by Rogers on that one to find Hawkins on the corner, just unable to land that one, but great defense.
Avi Young fights for the rebound, and then Jordan Hawkins tips it out on the other end of the court. It'll be Lawton ball side out.
Hawkins using some of that football speed, that recovery, trying to cut off that defensive end. I said just showing a lot of quickness.
Taylor on the right wing brings it around to Cantrell. Patrick now. Patrick just gliding, goes in behind his back, kicks the ball back out. Patrick not getting around Hawkins.
Trying to see if he could do all he can. See if he trying to move that defense just a little bit, but Carl Albert's defense doing a really good job of staying set in position. Just unable to penetrate the middle.
Lawton taking their time, being very patient offensively here.
Nice.
And I say that, and Patrick fires up the long three. Washington battling, and it's LeBron Royal coming up with a loose ball, and Washington just couldn't pull it in.
Patrick able to get off a long three-point shot. Woo.
Matthews shot blocked by Washington again. I don't know how many blocks he has, but it's at least three already.
At least three for the evening, Tracy.
Ball tipped out. It was Cantrell pushing the ball down the court.
Moving just a little bit quick. Lawton will bring a couple of subs into the game.
Now there's a number 4, which is where we had Cantrell. So maybe this is, I don't know.
Let's figure that out. I'm going to go down there and ask him what his name is.
Ball tipped out, and the Carl Albert bench helps the referees and says, hey, it's going our way, and he agrees. This
Little
is
help there.
2-2.
2-2.
We're 4.5 minutes into this ball game, man.
Right. The defensive battle, we've seen some good shots, be able to get up. Like I said before, great ball movement by both teams. But like I said, both defenses, like I said, just using a lot of force and quickness to try to, like I said, create these turnovers for each one.
Johnson at the low post takes the pass. He is triple teamed, and a foul gets called on Lawton.
Every time Carl Albert tries to crash the paint, like I said, just a big defensive presence by Washington. Not only him, but of course, you have Patrick as well, giving him the on-ball assistance.
Hawkins trying to spin out. Again, a block by Washington.
So Washington just not having anything in the middle.
And a foul called on Carl Albert. It'll be a baseline inbound play. His foul was on the floor.
Nice drive by Adams there.
I believe that foul was called on Royal. We're still not putting player fouls on the board here in the boys' game either. Washington pokes the ball away after getting his shot blocked. 4 for 3.
Lawton getting us some good shots, just unable to get these to land tonight.
Washington, that long reach, tips the ball. It goes away from him out of bounds. Elijah Matthews playing it smart, lets it go. 2-2, the score. 5.5 minutes into the ball game. We are on a pace for a 10-10 game right now.
Right. Carl Albert, like a lot of good ball movement. Like I said, able to get some good looks off. Just unable to get that ball in the basket, but there's a good drive right there.
Johnson in the paint, goes up. He gets a shooter's roll, good for 2.
Nice. Able to kind of break the shutout we've had, just as a non-scoring affair since the early on in the quarter.
Taylor driving, backs up, goes in from the low block.
Nice.
Gets his own rebound, and Royal with a block. I guess that's what we'll call it at least.
Right.
Ball goes out of bounds. Lawton ball on the baseline.
Good job not drawing the foul by LeBron Royal, but again, nice drive by Adams. Oh, turnover.
Royal picks off the inbound pass. He's going to the hole, fouled. And the question is the foul on Washington or is the foul on the lead defender? Foul is on Washington as he fouled Royal from behind, got into the back of his legs and took him down.
Just a little bit late to arrive on Royal. That's kind of the ones, like you said, Tracy, earlier, you kind of want to stay away from those unnecessarily, get those hands up, but that's one of those fouls that Washington's really going to have to do a really good job of staying in front of the man, especially on blocks like that. He's done a really good job of creating a lot of blocks today, but just can't get himself in foul trouble putting that body on him.
Both of these teams with deeper benches, so it's not the same issue with getting into foul trouble we were talking about with the Lawton girls earlier.
Right.
We've only had 3 fouls called here in the first quarter, 2 on Lawton, 1 on Carl Albert. LeBron Royal shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Toonie Buys homes in any condition. If you're someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, call today for a cash offer, 405-931-3046.
Looks like Gibson Johnson, freshman for Carl Albert, will be checking in the game.
Royal misses the first free throw, hits the second. He has 3 points in the ball game. Another sub coming in. So now we have another number one coming in. I don't know who's who. I'm going to have to go down at halftime and take a picture of the scorebook to find out which players actually win.
They can't do that. They can't do that to us, Tracy.
The funny thing is, down there talking to Coach Reese, and he looked at my paper with these names beside these numbers and did not say a word.
Oh, good.
Giving me heights and grades, but he didn't say a word about the numbers being off.
We're going to have to see if we can find him at halftime.
Turnover by Lawton as they try to throw the long pass down the court and throw it out of bounds.
Just nothing going on that one. Just a little sloppy.
Rogers, right wing, dribbling, goes in the paint, kicks it out. Gibson Johnson for three. No
Just
good.
getting out. Nice shot by Johnson on that one.
And foul will be called on Royal. I thought that would be a jump ball, but foul's called.
LeBron, I think that might be a second one today. He's got to be careful.
Checking into the ball game, Jax Wilkerson.
Another freshman.
Wilkerson brings some 6'7" height into the ball game for Carl Albert.
Oh, yes, Jax Wilkerson. Just a force to be reckoned with. The freshman that's made a name for himself, throughout the season. Like I said, just coming in, fresh legs. See if they can give Carl Albert a boost on the defensive end.
Three from the corner for Lawton, no good. That's number 0. And now shot off the glass, no good. Ball batted around, goes out of bounds off the hands of Lawton. It's Carl Albert basketball.
Again, good drive by T.K. Taylor, primarily their primary ball handler, able to kind of get to the cup, just unable to get some of these shots to land.
Hawkins has his shot blocked.
Another block by Washington.
The 6, maybe?
Maybe.
Wow, first half. That is tremendous. Tez Hunter, number 15 in the ball game for Lawton, gets called for the travel.
Lawton seeing if they can speed this Titan defense up just a little bit, see if they can kind of create a little bit of havoc to kind of get inside the paint. Just moving a little bit too fast, causing the turnover.
Austin Johnson inbounds. Full court pressure by Lawton. Brandon Rogers has the ball in the backcourt. Under a minute to play in this first quarter. Pass in the front court to Johnson. He's got down low. Wilkerson. Boom for 2.
Nice find. Nice pass.
Right off the glass. That was a beautiful look, wasn't it?
Beautiful look. Way to find Wilkerson on that one for the clean right-handed layup.
7-2 the score. Only 9 points scored between these two teams. Lawton only putting 2 on the board in the first quarter. Jordan Hawkins with a steal. Headed to the hole. Little shuffle behind. Jams it home.
Nice. Nice steal. Nice dribble. Nice dunk.
15 seconds on the clock, and jump ball is called. Possession arrow going to Carl Albert. Call that a takeaway.
Good job by Rogers, showing a lot of energy on the defensive end with the assistance from Johnson. But like I said, able to stop Lawton right at the half-court mark. Carl Albert is kind of turning it up a little bit on defense, and Jackson Wilkerson will be held.
Tavon Washington just wraps his arms around him and pulls him back, and he's still looking at his teammates going, guys, I needed some help down here.
I mean, such a big force like that in Wilkerson. I mean, you got to get this young man some help. Washington, he's not a little man, but like I said, when you're dealing with Jackson Wilkerson, 6'7", just a force.
And there's going to be foul number 2 on Washington. He just grabs him again, throws him around. He don't know what to do with him.
It's just unhandled. And Washington really picking up a quick, cheap foul, and that's something that you really don't want to do. Just being such a great presence on the defensive end. Now he's going to put himself into defensive trouble, having to go to the bench.
Juan Burney checks into the ball game. 5 seconds. Wilkerson shot blocked. Just poked away. And that's a buzzer. 9-2 is the score. I would not have, if you had asked me to predict the score at the end of the first quarter 25 times, I never would have said 9-2 Carl Albert.
Not at all, Tracy, not at all. You don't really see this a lot, especially from a high-scoring team like, Lawton. Of course, we talked about earlier in the game, this is a former state championship runner-up team, so of course you expect a points to be put on the board. But Carl Albert, both of these teams really good on defense, some really good athletes. Both teams just unable to get a lot of shots to fall, but really not really getting off a lot of shots either, Tracy.
Absolutely amazing first quarter,
right.
Low scoring early. Carl Albert found a couple of points late. We're going to take a quick break to hear from one of our sponsors here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Right.
Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, Colt.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School. We're beginning the second period here, brought to you by Bell Bonds by Tamara. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bell Bonds by Tamara at 405-200-5110. 15-plus years of serving the community. Lawton with the ball to begin the second quarter. It's Carl Albert on top 9-2 after one quarter of play in what we expect to be a very competitive ball game. 9-2 is not a lot of points in the second quarter. These two teams playing some tremendous defense.
Right. Doing everything that they can to reach the basket. That'll be a good shot.
Nice shot. We believe that's Darian Cantrell, right?
I hope so. I really hope so. But, but nice shot by Cantrell. Like I said, able to penetrate the paint just a little bit. Doing a really good job of the ball moving between Young and Taylor.
9-4 the score now. Only a 5-point ball game. Inside Wilkerson. He's tied up again as Bernie just had his arms wrapped around him. They do not call the foul that time. I don't think the official was in position to see it.
I don't think so. Just giving Wilkerson the business down low, just making it really hard on him. Probably a couple of fouls mixed in there as well.
And Wilkerson's going to draw the foul that time. No, it is not on Wilkerson. They call it on Brandon Rogers.
That was a questionable call on that one, to say the least. I thought that it was on Wilkerson in the beginning. But like I said, I'm assuming that Rogers may have reached his hand in there just a bit.
Inbound play from the baseline for Lawton over the top.
CK Taylor seeing if he can break Matthews down just a little bit, see if he can penetrate that paint. I said him and Taylor just doing a really good job of moving the ball around.
Drive by Lawton, kick the ball out to the wing for three, front of the rim, shot no good. Hawkins with the rebound. Here come the Titans once again. Matthews back in the game. Gibson Johnson showing some ball handling skills. He hits Wilkerson going to the hole.
Nice
good
find.
for two. Oh, the freshman's got moves.
Nice little move by Wilkerson on that one. Good feet work by a man of such length. Of course, great find on the pick and roll by Johnson.
And I believe Matthews just picked up a foul. It's on Brandon Rogers again. Rogers got his hands in there. 11-4 is the score. Couple of quick fouls by Rogers.
A little bit quick, just not overly aggressive. I think Johnson, like I said before, Rogers is really trying to do everything that he can to kind of stop the defender. Referee's just being a little bit touchy today, so like I said, you're just going to kind of give him some space.
Pass goes into Patrick. Down to the corner. This man defense by Carl Albert causing a lot of problems for Lawton so far. Ball tipped away. Lawton comes back up with it. Patrick in the corner. Hawkins did really disciplined defense by not biting on that pass.
No doubt. Way to stay set by the Carl Albert defense, doing a really good job of staying in position.
Patrick misses the shot. Wilkerson gets the rebound, and Hawkins is pushing it. Rogers for three. Boom! There's our first three of the ball game. Bobby Lewis Insurance, surprisingly great rates with two locations to serve you. Choctaw at 405-281-6700 and Del City at 405-670-3665. Bernie drives in from the right side, puts it off the glass for two.
That's a quick shot by Bernie on that one.
5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Lawton providing a lot of pressure, but Carl Albert managing to find some holes in the defense so far.
Right. Carl Albert trying to do the best that they can to try to move the ball around.
Wilkerson and Bernie battling down there in the paint.
Oh, definitely.
And Wilkerson just leaning with all that size.
Just the frustration shown. Ooh, good find.
Backside layup from the right side, good for 2. Timeout called by Coach Price of the Carl Albert Titans. 16-6 the score, Carl Albert on top. I'm a little surprised by where this ball game's headed right now.
Right, Tracy. I think, like I said before, knowing the record that we had of the Wolverines, we expected, a lot more coming into this ball game. As far as on the offensive end, I think Carl Albert's length and the size and speed of the Titans is really giving them a little bit of trouble today and a little bit of fits. They're not able to kind of get off their normal penetration that they kind of use these two guards to kind of penetrate the middle and dime out, but they haven't really been able to do that tonight. Like I said, Carl Albert doing a really good job beating these guys at half court, and their own ball defense is, just like I said, really doing the trick of carrying them throughout this ball game.
Well, Tavon Washington was a force defensively early in the game, and when they took LeBron Royal out and put in this freshman, Jax Wilkerson,
definitely.
Royal is a good basketball player, but that extra added bit of height for Wilkerson, and then he's able to use his size right now, and he has changed the nature of this basketball game.
It has been the difference tonight. It's clearly the difference tonight. Like you said before, Washington was the force to be reckoned with in the beginning, but once Wilkerson came into the game, totally changed the dynamic of this ball game.
Another quick timeout, this one called by Coach John Reese of the Lawton Wolverines. So a successive timeouts. We'll go ahead and take a break here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussick, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School. The Carl Albert Titans leading the Lawton Wolverines 16-6 after a couple of quick timeouts here in the second quarter. It's Lawton with the basketball. Jackson Webster is now checked into the ball game for Carl Albert. Patrick misses the corner jumper, and a foul called on LeBron Royal.
Oh, man, a quick one.
That's 3 fouls on Royal now. He had just come back into the game with 2 fouls and just in seconds picks up another.
I think LeBron Royal just got caught really just trying to go after the rebound on that one. Unfortunately, got a little bit of a touch on the defender. But he's going to have to come right out of the game, unfortunately.
Inbound play coming from Lawton. Bernie takes the inbound pass, across the court to Patrick, goes around his defender, and short shot's no good.
Not quite the shot. I think Patrick wanted to get off. It looks like he was a little bit rushed on that one. But like I said, Carl Albert's doing such a good job of in the paint. Like I said, keeping these guys out of the paint. I said, kind of causing a little bit of a scare anytime Lawton drives into. They just seem like a little bit unsure of themselves.
Matthews bringing the ball up the court. 2 defenders on him in the backcourt. He's trapped. Gives it to Rogers. Rogers may have drug a foot and got away with it.
Just a little
Austin
bit.
Gibson for 3. Boom! It's the Bobby Lewis Insurance 3 from the left corner.
Nice smooth shot by Johnson. Just really good stroke by this young man.
Jackson Webster looked like he's in good football form out there on that play.
He's a player. Still looking like he's in football shape. Just a great season by Jackson Webster, able to kind of basically, like I said, end the season on a championship note, stepping onto the ball court, lending his skills to the Carl Albert Titans basketball team.
So he's out here on the basketball court, man. He got it done on the football field this year, and he's a phenomenal baseball player.
That's what I hear. Just an all-around athlete.
Gets that rebound as he gets up in the air.
Just fun to watch.
Hawkins bringing the ball up the court now. Bernie putting some pressure on him. Loses the ball, has to pass it off. Matthews looking back inside. Johnson loses the ball, out of bounds.
Johnson trying to see if he can kind of penetrate, doing a really good job of getting to the paint. Just lost that ball, unfortunately, but like I said, good dribble drive. Just got to hold on to that one.
Substitutions taking place out on the court.
Lawton doing a really good job on defense, moving those feet.
Patrick.
Good dime.
Right back to Patrick, good for 2.
Nice dime by Cantrell to Patrick on that one.
19-8, only an 11-point game here.
Lawton likes to do this. They like to try to trap in the middle, of course, of trying to catch the ball handler up court, first thing.
Johnson steps on the baseline, driving around a defender, turns the ball over.
Just got to have that awareness.
Long pass down the court. Contrell. And the three, boom! It's a Bobby Lewis Insurance three. That one coming courtesy of number 0, who we have as Avi Young on our rosters, but we think it might be someone else.
I was trying to figure out what his name was. I can't understand the PA announcer. I'm going to find out here in a minute, Tracy. Let's see.
Austin Johnson looking inside. Hawkins for 3 from the corner.
Nice.
Boom! It's a Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
Nice find by Johnson. Finding Hawkins on that.
Hawkins with a steal. Rogers providing some pressure on D.
Woo.
Hawkins, what a move, taking on 3 defenders all the way to the basket.
First the steal and then the spin move on that one. Hawkins with the nice penetration, causing a lot of havoc right now for the Carl Albert Titans.
Patrick for 3. Boom! It's the Bobby Lewis Insurance three.
All right, Tracy, we got a shoot off here.
We knew it was going to heat up at some point. Now it's a 10-point game. 24-14 is the score.
Now it's starting to add up a little bit. Both of these teams starting to get settled in. Nice find.
Webster under the basket has his shot blocked as the ball stripped away, and Lawton comes up with it.
Quick hands by the Lawton defense.
Patrick for 3. It's short.
Just a little short. But Lawton doing a really good job now, turning it up just a little bit, picking up a quick cheap foul on that one, unfortunately, by Adams. But like I said, Lawton doing a really good job now, turning up the heat just a little bit on Carl Albert, seeing if they can kind of create a little bit of turnover, trying to close this gap a little bit on this 10-point lead.
So number 1 is Adams?
Adams.
All right.
I said, we have 2. I had TK Taylor. We have a TK Taylor. Let's see. At the original starter. And we have another number
it's really confusing, man. Checking into the game is Catch Manley for Carl Albert. That's a name, right?
Catch Manley. That's a heck of a name right there. Of course, one thing about Catch Manley, really good on the dribble drive and a really good shooter as well.
Woo! Austin Johnson going up, falls down on the baseline, and I thought the ball hit Johnson, but they're going to say it actually came off of a Lawton player.
Right. Maybe a clean block on that one. Johnson tried to get up a little bit and thought he was going to try to get a little dunk off on that one. But lucky for Carl Albert, they're able to get this ball back.
Joaquin Golden in the ball game now for Carl Albert as well. Carl Albert using the bench here in this ball game.
Right. Let's see who we got.
Got a lot of freshmen. Joaquin Golden out there, freshman. Jax Wilkerson's been in there as a freshman already.
Looks like they got.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Those not all freshmen. F for Ford. I misread the roster.
So we got Johnson, number 31. I think that's Wyatt. I think they got it mixed up. That is Wyatt Cordray, number 31. I don't know why. They must have. I don't know if they switched jerseys.
Well, that was the thing. The coach said there might have been a numbers wrong. I looked at the roster that was down on the score table before the game. It was the same as ours.
Right.
So Wyatt Cordray is 31. Okay.
Let's mark that out.
Well, we've got to get
another freshman.
We've got some roster corrections to make it halftime.
Nice.
Cordray for the bucket.
Nice down by Johnson. Able to find Cordray in the paint. Cordray up for the nice, smooth layup. Again, good on-ball defense by Carl Albert. Like I said, just really doing a really good job on the perimeter.
40 seconds to play. First half, 12-point lead by Carl Albert.
Wyatt Cordray able to use his length to try to keep number 1 subdued just a little bit and force the turnover. So good defense again by Carl Albert.
These officials allow them to put – they're not reaching in, but they're allowing them to have their hands on the body to keep contact. And you don't see that as often anymore.
Not a lot. Like I said, don't want to get overly aggressive, but good job by the referees just letting these guys play.
Manley throws the ball away. Lawton comes up with it. 15 seconds left to play in the first half.
Carl Albert's really got to do a good job of trying to, keep these across the court passes, just a little bit disciplined. Lawton is a really good, well-oiled defensive team.
What a move. Avi Young, maybe, number 1?
Number 1.
or Adams or Young or
But good drive.
we're going to
Good
go
shot.
figure these roster changes out.
Definitely.
And, folks, we apologize if you are a family member of one of these players and upset that we are not calling the right names. We're giving you the names that we have on the rosters are given to us by the coaches, and we will get this straightened out at half. We know that we've got a couple of names wrong, and we'll get it straightened out. Apologize for that. We respect these players and both of these teams, and we want to do the best job we can of not only bringing you the ball game, but honoring their performance by calling the right name. So be patient with us. We'll get it straightened out. The score at halftime, 26-16, 10-point lead by the Carl Albert Titans over the Lawton Wolverines here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
And Trail.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof
At
is-
Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
The better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, call Cantrell.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, call Cantrell.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School. Our producer for the day, Blake Unruh, and our camera operator is John Adams. And John he's just back up there above us. He's 15 feet away and just doing his thing, and we don't even really interact with him a whole lot, but he's on the job, getting it done, right?
Doing a really good job up there, and we definitely appreciate you, John and Blake.
So Carl Albert basketball, Carl Albert leading Lawton 26-16 in this Class 5A District 2 matchup. And Elijah Matthews gets his first points of the game as Carl Albert beats the press.
Very slow matchup right there. Lawton High trying to come out with a little bit of pressure, putting that ball on him, but Carl Albert doing a really good job of breaking that press, able to find the open Matthews for the lay-in.
Tavon Washington back in the game for Lawton. He didn't play much in the second quarter at all.
Nah.
Picked up 2 really quick fouls once Jax Wilkerson went in. Washington bounces out top. We did get our names straightened out, folks, so here in the second half we'll do a better job. Washington with the bucket shot from the elbows, no good. Hawkins pushing it up the court. Austin Johnson can't hang on to it, loses the ball, and it's LeBron Royal picking it up for the bucket.
Nice pickup by LeBron Royal on that one. Carl Albert just a little bit sloppy, just a little bit in the rush on that fast break, and I said unable to control that ball, but LeBron Royal actually with the pickup.
4 quick points for Carl Albert here to push the lead to 14.
Nice retrieval.
The way the Carl Albert defense is playing, 14 points seems like a lot right now.
Right. It'll be hard to kind of chip away at that, especially if they don't get some of these lane penetration shots that they've been able to get to.
Avi Young misses the layup. Rebound Carl Albert. Royal in the paint. Goes up and is fouled as he goes up for the shot. That foul on Washington, boy, I don't know about that call.
That was just a little bit unsure of that one. Like you said, maybe if you'd have had his hands up, he wouldn't have got his hand caught in the cookie jar. But like you said, I didn't really see the foul there.
I didn't see any contact.
Yeah, just a nice little roll spin-off by LeBron Royal on that one. But I think, like you say, Washington was a little surprised himself. But unfortunately now that'll have to pull Washington. He's going to have to kind of keep himself a little bit more disciplined. don't pick up that fourth foul because I said they're going to need him in this ball game.
LeBron Royal at the free throw line shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Remind you, Toonie Buys Houses in any condition. If you or someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, call Toonie Buys Houses today for a cash offer, 405-931-3046. This third quarter is brought to you by Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance, a local-owned, family-owned agency since 1978. Scan the QR code or give them a call, 405-733-7671 for a free quote.
Ooh, right, nice. Carl Albert trying to, sorry, go ahead.
Anthony Patrick getting the finger roll, laying it over the rim for the bucket.
Nice break on that press. Carl Albert said doing a really good job of trying to keep Lawton at bay, but able to break that one again. Nice drive by Matthews.
Matthews driving in the paint, drawing contact, putting the ball up.
Very nice. Some of these opportunities that weren't quite there for the Titans in the first half as far as that dribble penetration, they're able to kind of get that now. I said Lawton doing a really good job up high, really trying to use the press, but Carl Albert doing a really good job of finding that paint.
Well, Carl Albert's going to find a lot more confidence going to the hole without Tavon Washington there blocking shots.
No doubt.
6 blocks in the first quarter. And there's the Bobby Lewis Insurance 3 for the Lawton Wolverines.
Nice shot by confident TK Taylor. Like I said, normally one of the leading scorers for the Wolverines, but like I said, tonight, unable to really get off to a good start, but like I said, now kind of settled in, seeing if he can help Lawton out on these boards. Ooh, nice drive.
Hawkins driving the baseline. I thought he got fouled pretty hard.
Thought that was a foul.
No call. Patrick kicks the ball out. It is Avi Young, and then he gives it to Contrell. Trying to get these names called since we were getting them wrong in the first half.
Right. We're going to get it right.
Jaden Adams for 3. It's a Bobby Lewis Insurance 3.
Starting to heat up.
It's a 9-point ball game now. You can't trade 2s for 3s, right?
Can't do it. And like I said, Carl Albert this half doing a really good job of seeing the paint. But like I said, Lawton High weren't able to do in the first half. They weren't able to land a lot of these three-point shots, but now able to get a little bit more settled in, and the Wolverines able to close this gap.
So a timeout called on the court. Coach Jay Price having a conversation with the officials out on the court during the timeout while his assistant coaches coach the team up.
Right.
Lawton back out on the court ready to go. On the court for Lawton right now is Avi Young, TK Taylor, Darian Contrell, Juan Burney, and Anthony Patrick. For the Carl Albert Titans, it's Jordan Hawkins, Austin Gibson, Elijah Matthews, Brandon Rogers, and LeBron Royal.
Nice athletic matchup that both of these teams have.
Ball tipped away by Young, but Elijah Matthews chases it back down, and then Young reaches in and gets called for the foul.
That's one you really don't want. I said I understand Young trying to apply the pressure on Matthews, but just picking up a really quick, cheap foul, and that's something that you really just don't need.
Inbound play goes to Hawkins in the backcourt. 4:40 left to play in the Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance third quarter. Gibson for 3 from the corner. It's short. Matthews with the rebound, fouled on the putback.
Nice strong presence in the down low area by Matthews. Able to bring a few rebounds in today using that big body to try to create some space. Able to draw the foul. Let's see who that's on.
Elijah Matthews shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. 405-931-3046 for a cash offer today. Matthews hits the first. Lead is back to 10 now.
Back to 10. Wolverines were trying to see what they do, best to try to close some of this gap up. Like I said, playing a really good amount of on-ball defense. Like I said, able to hit a few shots as well.
In and out on the second shot. Royal gets the offensive board, and he's fouled on the putback attempt.
Patrick just unable to kind of create that space between him and the rebounder. Just a little bit too aggressive on Royal. Royal, great job on the boards. Able to pull that down quickly.
So I met a young man down at the score table during halftime who is a sports broadcasting major down at OU.
Nice.
And interested in doing some work, so exchange phone numbers with him and maybe carve out a role for him in the future.
No doubt. It's a fun job.
Royal hits the first of the Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
Good shot by Royal.
Second shot's up. It's good as well. Nice looking free throw form there by Royal. Bends his knees, uses his legs. Nice little fingertip roll, and ball goes in.
Nice.
Taylor draws the foul as he tries to get around the defender and go to the glass.
You didn't really see it, but the referee saw it differently. So I said Taylor just being a little bit more aggressive on that one.
Inbound play goes to Taylor. Gibson on D.
So Taylor being very patient, trying to see if he could break down the defense.
I say Gibson. Johnson, I'm sorry. Austin Johnson. Nice high off the glass by Avi Young.
Ooh, nice. Young again with the penetration, using some of those ball skills to put it up high.
Rogers around two defenders, leaving them in their tracks. It's a 3-on-2. Royal to the hole and one.
Great dribble drive by Royal on that one, using that force and using that body, I said, to try to create that space and get to the basket.
Well, Lawton tried to double team Rogers in the backcourt, and
Right.
Rogers just ran around them, and that left a mismatch. You really ended up with almost a 5-on-3 on the other end, and Royal found the hole.
Definitely. Like you say, Lawton, they like to play this half-court trap offense, but when you do that, like you say, you always leave one person that is undefended, able to give LeBron Royal a clear path to the lane.
Well, contact by Hawkins, no call.
Hawkins, really quick feet on defense.
Patrick for three, no good. Offensive board and a foul on Carl Albert as Avi Young's battling in there for that one.
Oh, the Young's battling. Like you said, Young been doing a really good job this evening. Of course, not the biggest guy on the court, but using his athleticism to bring down a few rebounds, and, of course, using that athleticism to drive into the paint. Just like I said, creating a lot of havoc for the defense of Carl Albert. Only if he can get some of these shots to land. That'll help Lawton out tremendously.
Taylor inbounds to Contrell. Contrell in the paint. Shot blocked by Matthews.
Nice block by Matthews on that one.
Outlet pass to Royal. Lays it up. What a late foul call.
Very late. May have got him on the elbow just a little bit on that back end. But, again, LeBron Royal doing a really good job of driving to the basket. He's just really not been able to be stopped in this second half.
Early in the season last year, LeBron Royal was really struggling to score the first few games. He'd battle hard on rebounds. He was getting called for hacking fouls a lot, where he was just out of position defensively, and then he kind of settled into that role and was really performing much better later in the season. He's in pretty good basketball shape and form already here early in this season.
And that's a surprise, especially coming off on such a monstrous football season that he had. Like I said, it's really hard to kind of get back in basketball form. But like you said, Tracy, LeBron is doing a really good job this season, especially coming off last year. Like you say, better footwork, better shot selection. Said really concise at driving to the basket.
So Lawton had chipped into that lead. It got it all the way down to 9, but it's back up to 13 now, 39-26 with 3 minutes to play in the Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance third quarter.
Right, a lot of on-ball possessions, just unable to put anything in the basket. And Cantrell get off a shot.
Oh, and it's back to 10 as there's another Bobby Lewis Insurance 3 by Darian Cantrell.
They must have heard us talking about him, Tracy. Had to wake up just a little bit. Great shot by Cantrell.
Rogers working his way down the court. Matthews left wing. Matthews battling through contact, misses the shot. Royal with the rebound and the putback.
Just a force. Nice. It's a great drive by Matthews, but just an even better rebound by LeBron Royal and able to get that shot back up. Like I said, this second half, LeBron has done a really good job of keeping these Titans at bay.
And a foul called as Royal's going to the hole, and Avi Young just got out of position.
Right.
Young's questioning the call, and he's just standing there out of bounds looking like, how did I get a foul on this one?
Just like you said, Tracy, just a little bit out of position, caught moving a little bit. And LeBron, every time he's driving to the basket, he's got that head down and he's not stopping. So, like I said, these guys really got to do a job of trying to stay set because LeBron, it's almost like Groundhog Day, having his way driving to that right side of the basket.
Well, Elijah Matthews was calling for LeBron to lob it up for him from the other side.
Ooh.
And I think LeBron realized that he was had a mismatch, and
he said, got to take advantage of those opportunities. I want to see if Matthews can put it down, though. If he's calling for an alley-oop like that.
Well, I don't know if he was wanting to toss up for a slam or if he's just wanting a toss up for something else here.
Right.
It's like we got a little bit of flickering going on with our video. I'm not sure what's happening there, but.
Nice.
And TK Taylor just lost his dribble.
Hawkins just such a lengthy defender and so quick. He's been making it hard all night on Taylor. Said Taylor, a really good ball handler.
Side out inbound play coming for Lawton. Taylor takes the inbound pass.
Ooh, nice cross.
Oh, dribbles off his own foot.
Oh, no.
Wilkerson picks it up, gives it to Hawkins, and Hawkins lays it off the glass for two.
Nice steal. Nice pickup by Wilkerson, able to find a slash in Jordan Hawkins, just so quick.
Why is it easier to pick up a basketball when you're running down the court than it is
Very
to pick
true.
up a football
Very
when you're
true.
running down the football field?
Very true, especially when you're moving so fast.
Boy,
Ooh, nice
Avi Young making moves in the paint, just weaving his way between defenders and gets to the basket.
Getting that ball down low as to not getting the ball knocked out of his hands, but like you say, just doing a really good job of slashing through the paint through two defenders, able to lay down the layup.
Gibson Johnson back on the court for Carl Albert. Austin Johnson for three, no good. Jax Wilkerson has the ball taken away. It's tipped out of bounds, and a foul called on Jax Wilkerson.
Wilkerson may have a little bit just frustrated, just a little bit, after Patrick knocked that ball loose. Like I said, Patrick's been throughout the evening a really good defender. Like I said, catching Jax Wilkerson just a little bit off guard.
Not sure what's going on with our video, folks. Apologize for any flickering and losing that video feed there that's going on. We'll see if we can straighten that out in just a moment. And Gibson Johnson misses the three. Austin Johnson gets the rebound, and Carl Albert resets their offense. 40 seconds on the clock. Rogers across the court. Gibson going to the hole, backside, in and out.
Nice.
Jax Wilkerson with the rebound.
Nice reversal by Gibby Johnson on that one. Jax Wilkerson able to bring in that rebound. Carl Albert keeping it alive on the offensive rebound end, just like in that first half.
Austin Johnson has the ball just stripped away from him, and Avi Young lays it in on the other end of the court.
Again, another quick move by number one. I'm sorry, just as I said, just making it hard. Ooh, nice.
And one by Jordan Hawkins as Darian Contrell gets called for the foul. You know that last drive down there by Austin Gibson when he had the ball stripped away? He had big Jax Wilkerson with a short defender on him and nothing between Wilkerson and the goal.
That's it.
And you just completely missed an opportunity
Right.
to dish the ball over the top to him.
Right. Perfect opportunity, like you said. Just like I said, seeing the court well, but like I said, finding that open man is going to, really be beneficial in the future to these guys.
Free throw is good. The Toonie Buys Houses free throw by Jordan Hawkins, and it's a 14-point lead again by the Carl Albert Titans, 47-33 with 9 seconds left to play here in the Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance third quarter.
Again, Carl Albert's good defense paying off on the offensive end, able to kind of create some of these turnovers. And
Avi Young finding his way to the hole, misses the shot, and we're going to have a foul called before the buzzer. The foul going on Wyatt Cordray, who's back in the ball game for Carl Albert. And we're going to have free throws coming for a Lawton player.
they've got just a little bit of the wrist of the shooter on that one.
Shooter is Manny Simpson.
Not really.
Number 4. That's one we missed earlier. We couldn't figure out who number 4 was.
Now we know.
Simpson misses the first free throw. This is the Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
First time this young man's got to shoot the ball tonight.
Toonie Buys Houses, any condition? Need to sell your home for any reason? Call today for a cash offer, 405-931-3046. Simpson hits the second, and it cuts the lead to 13. 47-34 after 3 quarters of play here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School, where the Carl Albert Titans lead the Lawton Wolverines 47-34 as we begin the Titan Storage fourth quarter. Titan Secure Storage is proud to be tonight's fourth quarter sponsor. As a veteran-owned and operated business in East Oklahoma City, it's Titan Storage honor and responsibility to serve the community with care and lots of discount options. At Titan Secure Storage, your treasures aren't just secure, they're Titan Secure. Visit them at www.titansstorageok.com or call 405-987-8673 for more information. Titan Storage. Missed shots by Lawton and rebound Jax Wilkerson. Carl Albert pushing the ball back up the court with a 13-point lead. Rogers taking his time, screen set by Cordray. Inside to Wilkerson, backs down Washington, and Washington just has to back down and let him shoot with those three fouls.
Definitely. Trying to do all that he can by just trying to keep Jax Wilkerson detoured a little bit. Nice.
Now Washington just dumps that one over the front edge of the rim.
Probably the easiest basket that he'll have in the evening. Kind of caught Jax Wilkerson with his back turned, but like you say, it's going to be a battle for Washington now that he's back in the ball game, trying to keep Wilkerson just a little subdued. Ooh.
Oh, Rogers hits the court hard. Whistle blows, and the foul is called on number 10, Anthony Patrick.
Nice little drive by Rogers, able to kind of draw that foul. Just a little bit of tripping in there, but Rogers is just so quick. Like I said, able to penetrate the paint, doing a really good job of keeping the defense off guard just a little bit.
Jax Wilkerson and Tavon Washington both listed at 6'7".
Right.
I think Wilkerson has an inch
just
on Washington.
Visibly, for sure. And a little bit of weight difference as well.
Jordan Hawkins gets high in the air just to push that one off the glass for two, and it's a 15-point lead. I believe that's the biggest lead of the ball game.
No doubt. Jordan Hawkins throughout the evening able to kind of spread that gap out. Ooh, nice little reverse. Didn't really see the foul on that one by Wilkerson, but we'll let the referees do their job.
Young taking that shot, making a nice athletic move, gets to the free throw line to shoot the Toonie Buys Houses free throws.
Seen some really good athletic moves by Avi Young tonight. Like I said, just unable to get a lot of these to land, but like I said, throughout the evening, showing his athleticism, doing a really good job of controlling the ball, doing everything that he can to try to keep Lawton in this ball game.
Hits the first of the free throws, cuts the lead back to 14. And make it a 13-point game as he connects on both Toonie Buys Houses free throws. Brandon Rogers pushing the ball up the court. Dangerous pass to Austin Johnson. Avi Young almost stepped into that one. Rogers for three. It's long. Avi Young, we just keep saying his name here late in the ball game.
Right.
Comes up with the rebound, gives it to Patrick. Patrick lays it in for two.
Nice dish to Patrick on that one by Young. Way to land that one by Patrick as well. Lawton using their quickness, Tracy, try to see if they can, like I said, penetrate the paint. Like I said, trying to catch Carl Albert off guard just a little bit.
Lawton, a well-coached team with a lot of big game experience, trying to close the gap.
Right.
They had it down to 11, and then Young takes the dish down low. Rogers puts it off the glass for two for Carl Albert. It's back to a 13-point game.
Just not a lot of down low presence for the Wolverines.
Boom! Oh, Contrell draining the three, and it's a 10-point game.
Another three-pointer by Contrell.
Bobby Lewis Insurance bringing us 3-point shots tonight. Foul called on Contrell.
Maybe just a little aggressive on there on Johnson. So trying to use that quickness. Like I said, Lawton like to utilize their speed and their quickness. Like I said, at this half court, and like I said, try to use a full court press sometimes, like I said before, switching off on these guards, but just a little bit aggressive on that one. Start
thinking about a player of the game right now, this 10-point lead for Carl Albert. It's going to be a tough one. There's been quite a few players that have contributed pretty evenly in this one.
Definitely. One that stands out right now is Jordan Hawkins. Like I said, kind of started the ball game. One of the primary scorers, of course, one of the most athletic gentlemen on the court today. Like I said, able to kind of hit a few threes, of course, get into the paint. Of course, we see him at the line now. Like I said, Hawkins just doing a really good job tonight, helping the Titans out. And, of course, LeBron Royal coming into that second half, creating a force for himself, able to penetrate and drive to the basket on a numerous amount of occasions, knocking down a lot of free throws as well.
Yeah, Royals had a really good second half. He got into a little trouble with Tavon Washington early, though, as Washington was getting the better of him with those blocked shots, and kind of had to take the bench for a little bit with some fouls and regroup, come back in, figure it out.
Right.
Which he did. Jax Wilkerson has been a difference maker in this ballgame. We've said his name multiple times. He come off the bench and kind of changed the flow of the game when he came in.
Not only a defensive force, but like you said, creating a lot of offensive rebounds, able to kind of go back up, like you said, getting some really good penetration layups as well by the guards, able to find Wilkerson. Wilkerson doing a really good job on the defensive and on the offensive end, hitting those boards.
Ball goes out of bounds for Lawton. It's TK Taylor inbounding it, taking his time over the top to Contrell. Had to get up in the air, and Elijah Matthews called for the foul.
Kind of caught with his hand in there just a little bit.
Getting a little more aggressive here late in the game with a few more fouls being called. We've got 3 on Lawton and 2 on Carl Albert here in the fourth quarter. Taylor takes the inbound pass. In the paint, goes up, and one for TK Taylor.
TK Taylor again using his quickness to drive to the basket. Has some really good drives this evening. Again, like I said, not able to land a lot of those and ones, but that one able to penetrate and land that layup. Nice little floater by TK Taylor.
TK Taylor with the Toonie Buys Houses charity shot coming can make this a single-digit ball game again. Shot is up, and it's good. It's a 9-point ball game. Lawton just keeps cutting back into the lead.
Just chipping into it. If they can kind of create some stops, but on this press, they're just kind of losing their man. Like I said, if they can kind of get back on defense, that'll put them in a really good position to stop some of these easy scores.
Rogers drives the baseline, swings the ball the other side. Matthews trying to get around his defender. And ball tipped away by Avi Young. Going for it on the other end. Lays it off the glass. It's a 7-point game. 55-48.
Matthews really trying to make something happen. Just not really a lot of movement on the offensive end. Putting that pressure on him. Able to get that ball away from him. But nice, good drive by Young.
Patrick defending Rogers here. Rogers in the paint. Kicks it out. Trying to use a little clock, I think. Reaching in by Taylor. Taylor switches over onto Rogers. Pokes the ball away. Rogers chases it down. Royal trying to post up down low, and a timeout called by Coach Jay Price. 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Brought to you by Titan Storage. It's a 7-point game, Gordy.
It's getting a little hype, and that's what I like. You see both of these teams turning up the defensive pressure just a little bit, and what you can see now is Lawton kind of using their, athleticism, to say the least, to try to, like I said, cut Carl Albert just a little bit off. Like I said, they're doing a good job of, creating this press, doing a really good job of getting back on defense. And like I said, able to use these fast break points. And like I said, had a couple of and-ones as well to kind of close this gap just a little bit. But like I said, Lawton High turning up the heat just a little bit on Carl Albert to be able to close this gap.
All right, well, let's take a quick break. Hear from a sponsor here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones coming out of the timeout with 3:48 left to play in the Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance fourth quarter. It's the Carl Albert Titans leading the Lawton Wolverines 55-48, and it is Carl Albert basketball. Brandon Rogers to inbound, taking his time. LeBron Royal pops out, takes the pass.
Looks like Lawton will switch up to this 1-3-1 defense like they like to kind of play once and again, using their defender up top to try to see if they can cut that off.
Just a minute ago is a 15-point lead by Carl Albert, the biggest lead of the game. But Lawton scored a few points here unanswered, chipped away at it. Hawkins drives the baseline, throws the ball away. Ooh. What a great save by Darian Contrell, getting up, catching the ball, and throwing it 5 feet in bounds off of a Carl Albert player before it goes back out of bounds.
Just nice, quick, athletic move by Cantrell on that one, Tracy. I mean, I thought he was out of bounds on that one, but able to save it and get it right off the defender. Like I said, this is going to help Lawton out tremendously if they can come away with some points.
TK Taylor, defended by Rogers, nearing the 3-minute mark here in the fourth. Avi Young, we've said his name over and over in the fourth quarter. Taylor driving, backs up. That looked like a Shea Butter step back almost, man.
Nice little hesitation move by Taylor on that one.
Foul called on Rogers.
Man.
Taylor going to the line to shoot 2 free throws, courtesy Toonie Buys Houses.
Rogers, he's done a really good job tonight, playing on-ball defense. I mean, against some really quick guards, both in Taylor and Young. Like I said, just only picking up his second one of the evening, but like I said, done a really good job today, but unable to get away with that one.
TK Taylor misses the first of the free throws. 3 minutes exactly left to play in this one, folks. 7-point ball game. They make it a 2-possession game here at the free throw line with just one make. And he does. It's a 6-point game, 55-49. Carl Albert needs a bucket on this possession. They have not scored in a while now. Hawkins right down the court, and he travels.
Just a little bit out of control by Hawkins, kind of unsure once he drove, to the paint, just really unsure of where he wanted to go with that ball. Kind of caught him slipping, just a little bit of a skip, trying a quick stop.
Lawton showing you that they are not going away, that they are a state finalist team from last year, that they are well coached, that they know what they're doing on the court. Their basketball IQ is high, and they are not getting rattled by being down.
Very true, Tracy. Like you said, I really like what I see in a timeout by the coach to try to see if they can gather themselves up a little bit. But like you said, Lawton, they've been in this situation, numerous amount of times. And like I said, doing a really good job tonight by staying calm and collected.
A little bit of contact. After the timeout was called and the players were going to their various huddles, LeBron Royal made a little bit of maybe intentional contact with a Lawton player as he walked by.
Trying to get in the head just a little bit, That doesn't surprise me with Mr. Royal, he likes to, try to get inside the head of an opponent. This is the best place to do it when you're at your home court, especially when they're trying to close the gap. Only 6-point spread at the moment. But plenty of time left.
2.5 minutes plus to play in this one.
Lawton's going to have to turn it up just a little bit more. I mean, they've done a really good job this second half by turning up the defense. And like I said, able to close this gap on Carl Albert. But if they want to come out with the victory, they're going to have to turn it up a little bit more and see if they can land and make some of these layups.
Carl Albert coming out of the court. Lawton back out onto the court. 6-point ball game, 55-49. Carl Albert with the lead. Carl Albert has led ever since it was 2-2, and Carl Albert scored first. So that's the only time that there was an attempted three. Oh, and a rebound by Anthony Patrick. Misses the putback. Rogers with it.
Ooh,
pushing it to Hawkins down the court. And slam!
Nice little slam
with emphasis.
Man, got up on that one.
8-point game again. Avi Young from the elbow. It's good. Back to 6, 57-51. Still 2 minutes left to play.
Nice put in by Young.
Matthews pushing it down the court after the inbound pass from Royal. Kicks it out. Hawkins. Rogers at the top of the key.
You can see now Lawton Wolverines are trying to turn up the pressure just a little bit on Carl Albert, trying to see if they can force them to get rid of this ball.
Gibson Johnson, the freshman, in there for Carl Albert right now in this pressure time. And Royal kicks it out to Gibson. And Gibson dribbles off his foot. Ball's going into the backcourt. He touches it. Turnover for Carl Albert.
Just Patrick, Patrick and Young, so quick on the defensive end. Quick hands, like I said, just kind of creating a little bit of havoc for Gibson Johnson. Caught him off guard just a little bit, just like I said, a little handsy. But, unfortunately, turnover for Carl Albert.
It's a 2-possession game, 6-point lead for Carl Albert.
Right.
A minute and a half left to play. TK Taylor has the ball for Lawton.
Lawton has been in this situation several times, just in a tournament, in a close overtime.
Carl Albert now in a 2-3 zone defense.
Right.
They were in that man early in the game.
Trying to see if they can stop these quick guards from penetration.
Contrell and Young playing catch. Down to a minute. They've eaten a lot of clock up. John Reese calls a timeout for Lawton.
Lawton's got to really do a job if they can, try to see if they want to create a gap in this, lead. Got to try to get a ball off just a little bit quicker. Kind of held the ball just probably a little bit longer than they would have liked to.
We're going to take a timeout. It's a 6-point lead for Carl Albert with 1 minute and 1 second left to play in the ball game here in the Titan Storage fourth quarter on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
With a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Give us a call today to schedule your free inspection.
Always remember, God hail, call Cantrell.
Oklahoma Sports Network, Tracy Mussett, Gordy Jones back at Carl Albert High School, where the Carl Albert Titans lead the Lawton Wolverines 57-51 in this Class 5A District 2 matchup. Both teams undefeated in district play. One will not be after tonight. It's been a 15-point Carl Albert lead in the fourth quarter. Lawton has chipped away, have it down now to a 2-possession game, 6-point game. Avi Young for 3. It's short. Nice. Patrick chases it down. He steps out of bounds before jumping up in the air to catch the ball.
Didn't quite get it off of Hawkins like he planned on doing, but nice set little shot by Young. Like I said, just didn't really get a lot of elevation on that one. Unable to get it to land, but that's one of the coaches' drawn-out plays to try to see if they can create some open shots.
Full court pressure by Lawton and quick fouls here to try to keep the clock stopped. They had a couple of fouls to give. That's only the third team foul now.
Really would have liked to land that 3 to see if they can close that gap out. Now Lawton is going to be forced to kind of put the pressure and try to foul Carl Albert as much as possible, try to see if they can hit the free throw line and close this gap some.
Jordan Hawkins to inbound the ball for Carl Albert, still in the backcourt. Again, full court pressure by Lawton. Rogers takes the inbound pass, gives it back to Hawkins. He's got a lane all the way to the front court.
Nice. Foul
called on Contrell again.
Just so quick Hawkins is on the offensive end, just a force, just unable to stop him. They try to use what they could on the full court press, but Carl Albert just so fast, just breaking that press with no problems at all.
Jordan Hawkins at the free throw line, shooting the Toonie Buys Houses free throws. I'm a little confused because the foul count on the board said 3.
Right.
I think they had it backwards.
Agreed.
So
I was surprised they were in the penalty, but it doesn't surprise me because there have been quite a few this last few minutes.
Hawkins hits the first free throw, gets it back to a 7-point game. That was a huge free throw, getting it back to a 3-possession game here for Carl Albert with 47 seconds left.
Definitely. Carl Albert, like I said, showing the defending runner-ups, a lot of great teamwork, today, to say the least. And Lawton, like I said, great job on the defense end by both teams.
Hawkins hits both free throws. TK Taylor bringing the ball up the court. Lawton doesn't have a lot of time to spare. They can't wait too long to get a shot off, but they need it to be a good shot. Young lets the ball go through his hands. He gets in trouble in the paint. Patrick, he'll take the shot. Good for 2. Back to a 6-point game again. 30 seconds to play. Timeout, Coach John Reese.
Nice little floater by Patrick on that one.
Avi Young just couldn't really get a good handle on that ball.
Right.
Surprised he wasn't called for a travel when he got down in the paint. Somehow or another, though, he got his hands back on the ball, kicked it over to Patrick for that bucket.
Right, got a little lucky there. The defender kind of knocked the ball out of his hands. Just a little bit of a juggle. Able to get that off. I said able to get that 2 points. Much needed. But like I said, just the clock is ticking. Just only 30 seconds left in this ball game.
I like your first mention, your gut check a minute ago for player of the game.
Right.
Our player of the game is sponsored by Whataburger, the Whataburger that's located on Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Celebrate your game day wins this holiday with the sweet blackberry flavor of the new Frosted Berry Water Fresher from Whataburger. You earned it. They're located at 5925 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Sponsoring player of the game. We'll make that final decision as the game closes out here. But those last 2 free throws by Jordan Hawkins, those were important free throws.
No doubt. No doubt. Spreading that lead out. Just like I said, Carl Albert's put on a great performance tonight on the defensive end. But
offensive foul? Maybe.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, offensive foul called on Brandon Rogers, and that's going to give the ball back to Lawton.
Yeah, you can run through those, but you can't extend those arms. Like I said, anytime you do that, the referee's going to call that one every time.
Man, that's a big offensive foul. That's a turnover for Carl Albert. They had the ball for an inbound play when the foul's called, so the ball goes back to Lawton now, and it's a 2-possession game. A quick score here by Lawton could put them within one possession of Carl Albert. LeBron Royal checks back into the ball game. Looks like we've got our starting lineup back on the court for the Titans right now.
Right.
Taylor, ball tipped away by Hawkins.
Nice athletic move by Hawkins, seeing that ball, trying to see if they can get the ball to one of their best shooters, Avi Young, and one of their best handlers. Of course, Taylor will take it from the top.
Left elbow, jumper's no good. Rogers gets the rebound, splits defenders, gets it down the court. Matthews to Royal, and Royal's foul going to the hole with 18 seconds on the clock.
Nice steal and ball penetration. Nice movement, nice find by Matthews to find Royal again on that right side of the backboard.
Royal getting the Toonie Bice Houses free throws. We've not had many three-pointers in this ball game. We haven't heard from Bobby Lewis Insurance very much.
Surprisingly, Carl Albert known to be a really good three-point shooting team. Not a lot of three-point shooters last year, but like I said, a really athletic team as we've seen today. Same thing with the Lawton Wolverines.
Royal hits the first free throw, makes it a 3-possession game again. Second free throw is good as well. So after missing his 2 previous, he now puts those 2 in. It's an 8-point game again, 15 seconds. Three's no good. Hawkins with the rebound. That might do it. It looks like Lawton's going to lay off. And 61-53 is the score. 3 seconds left. That's the final, folks. The Carl Albert Titans, I would say, knock off the Lawton Wolverines because I felt like Lawton was the favorite coming into this game.
I agree.
Carl Albert controlled it from the beginning.
Right. Coming to this game, Tracy, we really didn't know what to expect. But like you say, coming off the state championship last year, we kind of expected Lawton, especially coming in undefeated, we expected Lawton to be the victor, or at least come out being the aggressor and maybe with the lead. But Carl Albert, like I said, coming with the new team, bringing some freshmen off the bench to help them out, with the team that they had last year. But like I said, doing a really good job of taking advantage of these scoring opportunities on the penetration, using the really good athleticism on defense to stop Lawton. And like I said, stop these 2 guards. Like I said, they're so really, so good at penetrating the paint and getting these scores off, and getting Washington in the foul trouble probably helped out just a little bit as well in that first half.
Yeah, now again, Whataburger sponsoring our player of the game, and our player of the game, it wasn't any just, this was really hard.
Right.
LeBron Royal struggled a little bit early, went to the bench, come back, big impact.
Exactly.
Jax Wilkerson off the bench, into the game, big impact.
Right.
Austin Johnson, consistent throughout the whole game. Elijah Matthews didn't score a lot of points, handled the ball, do a good job throughout the game. And so we've got these players that are just getting their job done.
Right.
That's what Jordan Hawkins did too, but it just seems like he got it done on both ends of the court really, really well tonight.
Exactly. Like you said, Tracy, everybody did their part, for the Carl Albert basketball team. But Jordan Hawkins, like you said, just doing all the right things on the court, not really trying to do too much. You said being at the right places at the right times, making the good reads, playing a really good job on defense, knocking down some shots, and, of course, a monstrous dunk.
2 of them.
Goodness gracious.
2 of them. Big one at the end, but he had that one early in the game, too. And, maybe for bringing some excitement to the game, if nothing else, that's the edge that leads us to choose Jordan Hawkins as your Whataburger player of the game.
Well deserved.
Yeah, great job. Carl Albert Titans, they get the victory here today over the Lawton Wolverines. And the Carl Albert Titans remain undefeated in district play. Now, boy, the score has been updated already. Is that right? Am I missing something here? No, it has not. I was looking at the wrong team. So 3-0 on the season for the Titans, 2-0 in district play. Lawton is now 3-1 on the season and 2-1 in district play. So Midwest City also undefeated in district play.
Right.
Noble also undefeated in district play. So, man, this is going to be a battle in this district.
It was a battle last year, to say the least. But this year, I think it's even more tight. Like you said, Tracy, 5A, it's going to be a really difficult pathway for any of these teams to make it to the playoffs this year.
Yeah, and it's a mix-up. Every year they change those districts up because Lawton was in district with Del City last year.
Right.
This year they're not. Del City's in District 1 this year with Class and SAS, Bishop McGinnis, Newcastle, Lawton Mac, Santa Fe South, Duncan, Altus, and so this district here is Midwest City, Noble, Lawton, Carl Albert, Guthrie, El Reno, Guyman, and Southeast. You've got 2 other districts. Those are on the east side of the state. And, of course, defending state champ Booker T. Washington.
That was the one to beat. They are the one to beat still.
They're 6-0 right now to start this season as well. So they're off to a great start, right?
Man, there's some good competition. I'm excited to see how the rest of the season is going to go.
Hey, let's thank our sponsors again.
Right.
Our sponsors for the ball game: Precision Nutrition, the El City Chamber of Commerce, Tooney Buys Houses, Bobby Lewis Insurance, Whataburger on 15th, Scrambled, Bell Bonds by Tamara, Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance, Titan Storage, and one that we didn't use much today, and I didn't make mention of, and I completely missed on this one. I struggle to remember to use the instant replay.
Right.
But Triple Elite Screen Printing, our instant replay sponsor. You find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite Screen Printing. And I tell you what I need to do. I need some products for my church, and I know what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm going to call Triple Elite Screen Printing and get some stuff ordered.
Really good
I want to thank all these guys for being sponsors of our broadcast today. And, again, thank you to Blake Unruh, our producer, to John Adams, our camera operator. And, Gordy, thanks for joining me again. This is our second time to work together. Got to do a Carl Albert football game in the semifinals versus Newcastle.
Yes, sir.
And now doing a little basketball. Look forward to meeting up with you again.
I can't wait, Tracy. I thank you so much for having me. And like I said, thank you for everything that you do.
All right, folks, thank you for being our audience today on the Oklahoma Sports Network.